I need to stop being a dumbass and forgetting to update my stream names. It has happened so many times where I'll start a stream only to realize when I get a notification saying that I go live that I have not updated the name of the streams. It is getting to a point that I am just so confused in myself, man. I love strategy, so I'm playing Monster Prom, and instead it says I'm going live with Long Live the Queen. I even had it typed out and ready to switch, but no. Typed out and ready to switch was not enough. I forgot to click the send button. I need to stop doing this to myself. And not just to myself, anyone who's watching is like, yes, I will watch this game. I will watch. Oh, you're playing this game? Okay. Luckily, I'm not playing any games that have, like, big amounts of people that are going to click on them. I play games that I want. I am not currently following trend. If I were following trend, I'd be jumping straight to Monster Prom 3. All I know is I'm gonna play this game because it's a visual novel, it's a dating sim, but it's got so much awesome, fun, hilarious dialogue, and it's got strategy, and strategy is the whole reason why I am here. And all I know is that if it's not for strategy, I am not gonna do anything. Ah, spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back when we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid. But always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on our wild journey to discover who we really were. I like this one. I like this one. I'm gonna do lowercase. I could have gone capital, but no. I want lowercase. I'm going to try and eventually play this game enough that I can get one prom date with every single monster available. It's gonna be a lot of voice acting though, because there are so many different scenes that are available. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we were fantasizing about our dream prom date, 6 weeks! Ooh, fancy. It's even longer when you're playing solo. We were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of 8 most charismatic students. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly large heart. Miranda Vanderbilt. A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Polly Geist, 22? A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Just like me. Liam de Liancourt. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was a truly lovable a dork. Zoe Forever? An eldritch cutie who went from an endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculuster Hewlett Packard, version 1.0. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin, 23. A mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear, it had to be one of them. But who? We only had 6 weeks left to choose our prom date. Even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks left to woo them and conquer their hearts. I'm so used to seeing people play it in groups of 4 and it being like 3 weeks. I'm surprised. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid. And we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they're rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're not using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose what kind of sick, deviant psycho you are. Monster Prom's stupidest quiz ever, trademark. We'll throw in a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having a stat that will better reflect your true selves. Let's start. If you got to choose, how would you die? Silly. Death is a concept we invented to keep commoners at check. As a practical demonstration, we're giving a TED Talk on how to die correctly. Oh, I'm covering the deaths. Oh, I can't cover up all of the terms. I must shrink. I must shrink. I shrink for now. How I die is irrelevant, as long as I'm allowed to haunt my enemies for the rest of eternity. You know, I'd probably want to do it during a TED Talk. So smart. I'm just not gonna read this one at all. Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna read any of that. School just isn't working out. School just isn't working out. Time to go into stripping. What's your stage name? Why do I play the games like this? It'd be so much funner if I had people to bounce off of, but you know, I don't. What is the best type of knowledge a lover can have? Principles to build a financial empire, sports things, obscure 80 trivia movie knowledge, an approximation of all fictional characters, a bachelor's in engineering, or lyrics to all the Disney songs. Honestly, I have to go finances. Just finances. Finances speak to me.
Let's go.
I'm bigger now. Okay. I am super smart, but I have below everything else. I'm gonna be charming. Wait, where's Charm? No. Where's Charm? Yes, there's Charm. What an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You clearly were a natural born leader. You gain +2 charm. That night you hit the clubs with Vera and Polly. Thanks, Satan, for fake IDs.
It's Polly time.
Put those wallets away, you two. Drinks are on me. By which I mean, drinks are on that guy. No need, Polly. I'm into this new crazy thing called paying for my own drinks. Have you ever heard of it? Maybe. Is that French for my boobs aren't big enough to get free drinks? Feminism is dead. Sounds like a reason to drink, BRB. But soon.
Whoa.
It didn't work?
Just give up.
What was that you said? It sounded like Portuguese for my shameless pandering didn't get us any free drinks. This is quickly getting out of control. Maybe if you find a way to fix it, maybe you can find a way to make that guy pay for your drinks and fix this. Oh yeah, I forgot these are the two people that it said might be my love interests. It's party time. Sedate the guy when he's in the bathroom. Put a pair of sunglasses on him and pretend he's your pal. It's crime time. Steal the guy's wallet to learn his address. Then go to his house, kidnap his daughter, demand drinks for ransom. I feel like it's party time. So fun. So fun. The strategy in this game is you always have to compare your stats and figure out what stats it's going to cost you. And choose the one that's better. No one's curious why you happen to have sedatives on you at all times. The plane goes off without a hitch. You spend the whole time the weekend with your new friend, Sedated Sam. Sedated Sam is one of the coolest dudes in the universe. He's such a good listener.
That has been amazing.
I especially like how he insists on paying for everything with his credit card. What a gentleman. It's the best week of your lives, but sadly, it has to end. The three of you bid sedated Sam a tearful goodbye. Goodbye, Sam. I'll always remember the time we spent together, even if you won't. It seems sedated Sam truly slept his way to the top of our hearts. You all promise to do this again next year. Sam might not remember much of this when he wakes up, but you'll sure he'll love the matching tattoo you all got. Plus 2 boldness and 1 fun. Looks like we're going with the... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that bottom. Those bottom lines. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. So, it looks like it wants me to be friends with Polly. So, I'm gonna be friends with Polly. You watch Zoe watching Polly with an increasing intensity. Hey, Polly, I have a question.
Hey, boo!
I may or may not have an answer depending on if it's boring or not. Well, you know how you don't eat food? Yeah, duh. I'm a ghost. It'll just go right through me. I can't digest it or absorb the nutrients or anything. Right, but you drink alcohol and do drugs all the time.
Awesome, boo!
Yeah, and it's awesome. But why can you absorb illegal illicit substances and have an effect on you, but you can't eat food? It's like sometimes you're totally corporeal and sometimes you're incorporeal, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, and it's awesome. But I'm awesome. It is an interesting question Zoe raises. Maybe you could look at this more closely. Hey Zoe, let's do science. We can throw things at Polly and see what goes through her and what doesn't. Allow me to explain Polly's situation quite simply. Texture, solidity, density, heaviness. All synonyms for consistency. So if Polly doesn't have any of that, naturally she'd be inconsistent with her ghost powers. Nah, we're gonna throw stuff at her. Yeah, that's a great idea. What? No, it's not. Throwing a fork in 3, 2.
Hey.
Get that out. Oh man, it went right through her. Let's try a spoon. Let's not try a spoon. That's so weird. It bounced off her like she's totally corporal. I guess the lesson we learned is that there's ghost logic is no logic at all. That's why it rhymes. Ghost and no, don't rhyme. Of course not. But there's no logic here. Watch out, I'm throwing a plate at you. You and Zoe have a great time throwing things at Polly and watching there be no logic in this game. The game, of course, being throw things at Polly. Wink. Wink, wink. I wish I had a wink.
Let's go.
Fluke. Okay. Week 1 evening. What I'm picking up is that I should really have more fun in my life. That day at recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there's like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. Meanwhile, Zoe seems to have trapped Polly in some sort of eldritch binding circle. This should be good. Tell me. Girl, where is your chill? I already told you like a million times how I died. Yeah, but each time you told me something different. Tried to fuck a toaster, suffocated by some good booty, gun salad. I've heard them all. But what's the truth, Polly? Huh?
Seriously?
It's none of your business. No, but it's my hobby, and hobbies matter, Polly. Plus, the fans have a right to know. Fans have the right to leave me alone. Secrets are sexy. If secrets are so sexy, then how come God invited online encyclopedia trademark? What? You're a god. You know that's not true. Now let me out of this binding circle. I've got a haunted math next period. Sure, I'll let you out if you tell me how you really died. Polly gives you a pleading look. Zoe gives you an excited look. As usual, it's up to you to figure out who to help. Polly's right. Secrets are sexy, and I'll prove it with my new Espionage AU, spooky high school, highly classified. Zoe deserves to know the truth, and if you tell her, Polly, I'll give you a huge bag of cocaine. Polly's right. Wowza, you wrote an entire espionage AU? Can I see it? Of course you did. You have fanfiction for every occasion. You reach in your backpack and pull out. This is not fanfiction. It's a piece of old beef with top secret written on ink cake frosting. Why do you have that in your backpack? Is that a sexy secret? It may be a secret, but it's about as sexy as a trucker cap full of split pea soup.
We tried and failed.
Maybe you should try to write a fanfiction about what the hell is wrong with Fluke. Maybe I should. Hey Fluke, what's wrong with you? Tell me, tell me, tell me. You try to run, but Zoe's already trapped you in a binding circle. You miss your next class and lose 2 smarts and 1 fun. Yeah, no, I'd rather like make sure that I've solidified with Polly. I want to get everyone. Now, I should work on more charm. I find it sad that you can't go outside and do that. You have to be either here outside or there outside. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. The match is so intense, both teams are so into it that you decide to raise the stakes by betting parts of your charm against part of the other team leader's charm. That commitment amazes your whole team, and their spirit is fueled by determination. Finally, you win and take +2 charm from the other team's leader. Now she's a bit less fabulous. You're trying to focus on your own love life, but then a sloppy making out sound comes from Violet and Tate, making it difficult. Take that somewhere else. My snakes will never be able to digest their food if they have to watch this disgusting display. Yeah, and my fanfic muse is running up the hill. How am I supposed to write romance when the two of you are making out? So unappealing.
You're alone.
Well, somebody sounds like is a little bit jealous of our perfect, amazing, wonderful relationship. We're not bothering anyone. You commented on my faction, still not as romantic as every day with my bae. And then a bunch of heart eye emojis and stars and also a kimono emoji? Why did you comment that kimono emoji? You see, Zoe, this is why it's better to be a strong, independent nightmare creature. Terrifying women terrify women. You don't know what you're talking about, Fluke. You're always trying to romance your classmates in various unlikely ways. It's a couple versus a pair of people who don't understand the joys of being in a couple. Go on, be the tiebreaker. Well, if Zoe and Vera don't want to be in a relationship, it's going to be hard to get them in a relationship with you. Time to convince one of them. Vera, historically, the only reason why people get married was a tactical alliance, increasing the wealth of both families. So really, marriages are a great way to solidify and increase power and maternal gain. Zoe, when you're in a relationship, you can do silly costumes for Halloween, like peanut butter and jelly, or puberty and shame. That's probably fun, so I gotta go with the smarts.
Your idiocy gave me food poisoning.
No. Marriage for love isn't a lie. Love is wonderful. That's not at all. That is by far the best argument I've ever heard. Violet and Tate, you may be brainwashed by a series of never-ending heteronormatic rom-coms, but if you woke up to the reality of the world, you would realize your alliance is weak as shit and you're vulnerable as hell. I'm not proud of it, but I spent a long, long time exploring people's weaknesses to take over various dimensions, and you two do seem pretty vulnerable.
What a parasite.
We're not vulnerable! We're in love!
That has been quite
You
pleasing.
have raised a truly excellent point, Fluke. You just might make for a smart alliance yourself. Maybe someday we'll make point to check each other's bank balances and lists of assets. Checking bank balance and assets are basically second base for Vera. +2 charm, +1 boldness. Ding dong.
Let's go.
Let's go. I told them that their relationship's weak as shit. Either Polly or Vera. I thought I was gonna go with Polly, but I might go with Vera. Now, let's go, Vera. You arrive at your chosen table to find Vera looking askance at Miranda's lunch. A single, very suspicious-looking apple. Miranda, honey, your apple seems to be pulsing with unhealthy purple light. I'm sure it's just your imagination. It also has a skull on it and smells like lighter fluid. I don't think it's for eating. Of course it's for eating. It's this perfectly standard poison apple. You know, the sort that puts the princess to sleep for 100 years. You literally just admitted it's poison. I know. And I always say I wouldn't be the kind of princess to eat a poison apple. But how else will I find a prince to wake me with true love's kiss and live happily ever after with me? Girl, we need to have a little talk about feminism. You, back me up on this. Tell her she doesn't need a poison apple herself for the sake of a man. You don't need to eat that poison apple. Princess should be eating poison apples so they'll kiss you. You don't need to eat that apple. There are plenty of eligible princes on hotprincefinder.com. Hotprincefinder.com. No, shoot. I thought she would want the genocide option. That's not what A finder for hot princes? What is this sorcery? I must see it at once. You pull the website on your phone. You've already got it bookmarked. For no reason. Goodness, it even lists their pedigree. And you're right, not all of them are even looking for sleeping princesses. This one's only looking for a princess who's a frog. That would be much simpler to achieve. I only need to anger a minor witch. This isn't what I was going for at all. God, if you're that hungry, just buy a hooker. Who said anything about that? Royal marriage is strictly a business arrangement. When it comes to romance, we are free to make our own decisions. It's good news for you, especially since Miranda seems to be really liking your suggestion. I was trying to go for not Miranda. Whoops. I don't know these people's hearts. I don't know these people's hearts apparently. I wanted to go to class, but we've got a frickin' store owner here. Kind of want to keep creativity low, so like, yeah, if I know that it's low, I'm gonna do a little bit of money. I'm crypto mining. The day Butts spent some time in the PC libraries mining some Bitcoin. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. Because nobody has any fucking idea how any of this really works. Anyway, you gain plus 2 Bitcoin, which is equal to $2 million, which is unfortunately equal to 2 monster dollars. So, 2 money. Afterwards, you discover you've been poisoned, and only Vera has the antidote. She does this all the time. It's how she invites you to hang out.
Hey there.
There you are. Thank you so much for coming. I'm embarking on a new criminal enterprise, and I need a concierge. The idea is simply brilliant. Think Uber, but for killing people. I call it murder. But it turns out the market is flooded with assassination apps and blood. I need a way to get ahead of the pack, and since you're such a good advisor, differentiate by being the only service that offers free-range organic murders, or viral marketing, literally. Tailor a highly contagious virus. So smart. You can do that? You can use my private chemical laboratory. And so, this is working better than I could have ever imagined. Demand for murder has gone through the roof since you released that virus. Sure, the side effects include vomit, bloody tears, cobra feet, time dilation, rigor mortis, teeth growth, renegade spleen, microaggressions, sudden tattoos, hair trauma, liquefaction, and coughing. But it's well worth the profit I'm raking in. Plus, I'm making a literal killing selling the antidote for all those side effects. It's not an actual antidote, though. It's just heroin. Same difference. Did you know they used to give heroin to babies as cough suppressant? Yeah, the real world is exactly as amoral as this video game. But whatever, you gain plus 2 creativity and plus 1 money. Let's go. And now I can go get my smarts up. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and dating gimmicks, you forget that this is actually attending class that you're supposed to be primary activities of this high school. You gain plus 2 smarts. You see Vera looking at her phone. She's obviously pissed. You decide to go talk to her. Ugh, not another pic. I mean, I know what you've got to expect when you're as stunning as I do all the time, but still. Not fond of those pics. Not at all. When are guys gonna learn? They're gross. Sending me a picture is not a treat for me. I'm not gonna frame it on my wall. Hi, bestie. Hi, bestie. Hi, bestie. This is my love for strategy games coming back in to play, and playing a raunchy visual novel that also involves strategy. I'm gonna put it in a folder called Sad Losers, then delete the folder, and then probably set the phone on fire, just in case. Hey, you're pretty unpleasant, right? Help me figure out what to say to this guy so he'll stop trying to make me look at his stuff. Ready to pass me some paper called money? See, the conversion rate between the money of this game and the real world is, not right. So, like, 8 money is not $8 in the real world, it's even less. Yeah, it's even less, so it barely, that'd be like 2 pennies, sorry. Go for the burn. Sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing anything. Destroy his life. I like to destroy his life. Oh. Oh, wait, no. 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 I don't want to read this.
Goodbye.
That backfired. Nope. I don't know the way to these monsters' hearts. I don't know the way to these monsters' hearts. Oh no. Forgive me. Vera's about to lift a glass of scotch to her immaculately cleaned lips. You can drink whatever at the school apparently when Miranda screams. I'm tired. No, that's not when Miranda screams. Stop! Don't drink that!
What?
Why not? The scotch costs more than most cars. Have your tasters tried it yet? What taster? You don't have a taster? What if your drink is poisoned by someone jealous of your good looks and royal title? Listen, Mary. I only drink 4 things. Scotch, red wine, tears of my enemy, and straight up poison. You drink poison on purpose? Miranda, my hair is venomous snakes. You think poison actually harms me? Well, you should still have a taster. What if someone puts really spicy hot sauce in your drink? Or poison! What do I have to do to get you to drop this? Simple! Hire a taster! Fine, any volunteers? This might just be the big break you've been looking for. You raise your hand when Vera picks you. Drink all her scotch, enraging her, and delighting Miranda, or pretend to be poisoned, terrifying Miranda, and amusing Vera. I'm gonna pretend to be poisoned. You shoot a wink at Vera, take the teeniest sip of her scotch, and then... No, stop vomiting! How will you be able to taste the poison if you're too busy foaming at the mouth and vomiting? You fool, she is poisoned. Run and tell the authorities before this poor sap's face melts off or something. Oh dear, oh my, I'm no good in crisis situations. Curse my uniformly pleasant childhood. Miranda faints with the utmost trauma. If there's one thing Princess is good for, it's fainting. That was hilarious. I should put poison in my scotch more often. You can stop vomiting now, by the way. She passed out. Oh. Do you need the antidote? Alright, here you go. I guess I should have let you know that my scotch was actually poisoned. Oh well, how about we get ice cream to make up for it? I'm at a school with crazy people. That's how my day is going. I'm going to a school with crazy people. Your stomach's still too weak for ice cream, but never too sick to spend quality time with Vera. Ding dong, ding dong.
Let's go.
Okay. Smarts or charm? I'm gonna be a smarty pants. That day, the teacher was just tired of teaching, so she recurs the class technique of not giving a shit and putting some kind of historical TV show for you to watch. What you don't expect is that it's super effective. God bless the golden era of television. TV shows compellingly is compelling thanks to the amount of nudity and bloodshed. At the same time, you actually learn a lot about history. You gain +2 smarts. Between class periods, you discover a severed horse head in your locker with a note in its mouth telling you to meet Vera ASAP. I'm glad you've come. I have another crime problem which would benefit from your insight. Thanks to your input, murder has cornered the market in app-based assassins. And yet, the other crime lords don't take me seriously. Just because I'm not a 40-year-old man with a scary scar, those sexist morons think this is just a phase for me. Since when did having a killer body and flawless skin disqualify a girl from a life of crime? It's disgusting. How could I show these chauvinistic goons what crime really means to me? Come on, think of something. You're my most trusted advisor. You could quit crime. They'll come calling back once they see how bad it is without you. Or you can write a song about it. I'll help. Okay, write a song is probably fun or it's probably creativity, which I have 0 of. So quit crime. So charming. My charm is my second highest skill. You know, if this advice was coming from anyone other than you, I'd ignore it, but you haven't been wrong yet, except for, like, those other times that you were completely wrong. Fine, as of today, I'm quitting crime. I'll let the other bosses know. I'm sure they'll be so pleased. A few days later, you're getting a manicure with Vera when Guns Bozo Ganetti, arch humorist of the Deranged Clown Assembly, bursts in weeping. Well, he's either weeping or he's got a sad face painted on his regular face. It's hard to tell with clowns. What are you doing here, Bozo? Didn't they tell you I quit crime? Gun Bozo makes a series of gestures, honks, quacks, clownish. Luckily, Vera's fluent. What is it you say? The world of crime is a wreck without me? Do tell. He says no one's been able to get good poison since I retired. Everyone's money is frighteningly unlaundered. Plus, half the bosses are dead because the letter I sent out announcing my sabbatical were full of vicious fungal spores. Well, I had no idea you were all so miserable without me. You could tell the boss I'm back in the game. Gunbozo leaps into the air, clicks the heels of his enormous red shoes. Love you too, Bozo. We'll have a gang war to celebrate. See you on the battlefield. Gunbozo runs out of the nail salon, piles into his tiny car with his 20 closest friends. Vera looks at you dumbstruck. I must say, I never thought this would work. You truly are a loyal advisor. Oh, if only you could be more than just an advisor. But you can't risk sharing your true feelings. Better to take 2 smarts and 1 money and move on. I'm the smarty pants. Let's go. You know, let's upgrade my, nope. Yes, upgrade my boldness. That day you skip class and hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. Of course, no trip to the bathroom will be complete without running into a group of your classmates doing something stupid. Ugh, Damien, you're the worst! I know, right? She means that in the bad way. Did you really have to set fire to our entire deck of cards? I don't know. Did the deck of cards have to keep dealing me shitty hands? Not necessarily. That's not how probability works. Well, then I guess I didn't necessarily need to set it on fire. But since when has that stopped me? Well, now you stopped us all from playing poker. Now what are we gonna bet on? Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Yes, and I derive an almost sexual pleasure from taking your money. So what's the new game? Oh, you know the perfect poker alternative. Russian roulette or the stock market? The stock market! Ah, yes, the stock market. I knew there was a reason I had this fiber optic internet port installed in the bathroom. Vera busts out a laptop and gets trading. Damien and Polly are skeptical at first, but Vera's enthusiasm is contagious. Soon you're all trading like the fiends you are. I'm just buying stocks in any company that makes people's lives worse. Cigarettes, bombs, reality TV, baby. I'm focusing on index funds, leveraging commodities, futures, and maintaining a diverse portfolio. I'm buying any stock with 69 in the price. Somehow, all of you basically made the same amount of money. You use most of it to buy 5 flamingos made of pure gold, mostly because you're drunk with power and also very drunk. You still end up with +2 fun and +1 money. Ding dong.
Let's go.
Let's go. I kind of want to go to this table just because there's an extra person. But this... Wait, what are the peoples aren't... Damien isn't here and neither is... Oh, I completely forgot that the vampire boy existed, if I'm honest. Watching Vera eat is pretty disturbing. Her snakes eat at the same time as she does. But at least it's usually quiet. This time, however, Scott is doing his best to change that.
Touchdown!
Go Lefty, gobble that mouse. No, watch out for Waggles coming up from behind. Use that tongue, go! He does this every week or so. Whenever my snakes need a meal, he seems to think snake eating contests are some competitive sport. Also, I don't think he realizes that an actual snake eating contest would probably involve people eating snakes. I tried charging him for tickets to get him to stop, but he actually pays to do this. He keeps track of each snake's statistics on a little index card. He's even given them names. Go Slither, go Bendy, go Sanchez, go Snake! Those aren't their names. God, no matter how much he pays for the tickets, it isn't enough. It seems like a really tense situation. You resolve it the only way you know how, by opening your mouth and yelling, boring, and nothing's compared to earthworm eating contests. Snake, eat the food and stay awake. Kinda like snake, eat the food and stay awake. What? There's a more exciting sport than snake eating contests? You gotta tell me about it. Oh yeah, earthworm eating contests are literally crawling with suspense. And even better, they're going on all the time with thousands of players in each game. Thousands? Where's this game? Where do I go? Anywhere there's dirt. Anywhere. There's dirt in so many places. So many places that aren't here. Get going. Sports that game or whatever. I will, Vera. I will. I swear one of these days he's gonna decide choking on his food is a sport and die. Well, you hope Scott doesn't actually die. The main thing on your mind right now is how Vera's smiling at you. Nice!
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Let's up my money. 'Cause I don't have money. Questions? What are your questions? All I know is I'm playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? It paid off. Game +2 money. Thank you for saying I'm sweet and wholesome, and then I'm playing a game like this. I love how you say I'm sweet and wholesome, and then I'm playing a game like this. And what do you mean by what do I like to be called? There's a myriad of things. There's like my name, there's like a lot of things. Fluke. Oh, I'm, 1 sec, I'm gonna disappear. You can see my little name back there. Yeah, you can see my name. It's hidden by my body. I'm in the way. Yeah. Yes, as being told that everything was a fluke. Being told whenever I did something that it was a fluke. Yeah, I just assumed that was my name. You could see. What's those dots for? What's those dots for? Seeing Miranda. I'm sorry, just those dots got me off guard. Seeing Miranda, Vera, and Polly gathering around a table covered in books. What could they be studying? Could they be studying? No way. I hereby call the meeting of badass bitches to order. I've gathered all prior school year books so we can have a clear list of everyone we're better than.
Always the same with you.
Wow, what a great use of your time. Who said that? Oh, great. It's the Coven. What are you three doing here? It's just that, it's not that dots were bad, it's just that you were so speechless by what I said that I found it kind of funny that you were so speechless by what I said. Studying because this is a library at a school? Spies! Villains! Impersonating us? What? What? Don't you see these three are obviously our evil twins. The middle one is mean and bossy like you. What are you talking about, Polly? We go to class with you. You wouldn't know this if you three didn't spend all your time doing stupid and mostly illegal stuff. It sounded so logic. That accent. That accent sounded so logic. I won't fall for your trick, evil Vera. Are you implying that the original version of Vera isn't kind of evil yourself? Look, Vera! The one on the right has glasses, just like Polly! I need these to see. And see, she has dark skin. She's clearly Doc Polly. Oh, the reason... Yep. The accent I did for the Mean Girls is funny. Yes. And the reason... Yeah, by fluke. So logical. Yes. Thank you for complimenting my accent for the Mean Girl. I like these because then it allows me to work on voices as well. And it also is so dependent on strategy because I have to balance these stats and choose which stat is going to work. So it's a mixture of my love of strategy and my love of doing voices. Well, Polly, just no. Oh my goodness. Bitches is only one letter away from witches. Good lord. Say, would you three mind studying somewhere else? You're upsetting my minions. Never. Good grades are the backbone of a bright future. We need this knowledge in order to save the world from the big bad. Oh boy, if you don't figure out a way to get the Coven out of here, you might have to break up a brawl. Any ideas? Whip out your rooster. Witches hate roosters. Chop up all the study tables with a big axe. I have no idea which stat goes to what would that be bold? Chop up? Yeah, we're chopping up all the study tables with a big axe, you know? You got those long wooden study tables at like a library. You take a big axe and you break them down the middle. Make it so no one can study anymore. I'm thinking that sounds logical. I might. Oh, but it was bold. Bold is one of my weakest stats. No. Would Rooster have been Charm then? It was a. If that doesn't work out, just say it was a fluke. Beautiful. Fun fact. All rooms at Spooky High School must contain at least one axe due to lobbying by the Axe Murderers of America. Yes, good thinking. If you destroy the tables, they'll have nowhere to study. Why is she turning faces now? And what's with that significance of that maniacal grin? Oh shit, I know what's going on here. This is exactly how I died! Which means it's totally irrelevant to me now. Because axes can't hurt ghosts, but you guys should definitely run. You'll be hearing from my lawyers! I'm fairly certain this is treason. Less fun fact, all axes provided by Axe Murderers of America are haunted with murder ghosts. The Coven form a witch circle and exorcise the vengeful spirit from your body. Great, now you own those dweebs a favor. You lose +2 fun and -1 boldness. Or +2 fun. Oh gosh. I have a feeling I'm not going to woo Vera. The meaning of this game is find love. You know, let's just up my wait, charm. This one's charm. You will believe me. I don't know, man. I feel like I've been my goal is there are 8 people that you can end up dating in this game. I want to try and get an ending with all of them. Not today. Not today. But I want to get an ending with all of them. Why love? What did I Nah, it's just like I want to win a date with all of them. You're basically playing a character that's just like, you know, I'm lonely. These are all the popular people. We're going to prom. Can I shoot my shot? But the match isn't important as the human interaction with it. You're peaking when you decide to go for overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally memorized. It's the most epic wink ever. Damn, you know how to win over people's hearts. You gain +2 charm. Without warning, Vera pulls you aside and hisses in your ear. Oh my god, the stalker's back. You follow her pointed finger and see a guy dressed in a white toga, winged sandals, facing away from you. He looks like a creep. He's been following me everywhere. He thinks I don't notice him checking me out in that mirrored shield he has, but I totally do. It's such a chore being this beautiful all the time. How am I ever gonna get rid of him? Threaten to feed a damsel to a sea monster that will distract him, or he looks Greek. Why not bribe Zeus, king of gods? Okay, so this one probably has to do with money, because it's bribes. And my money is my 3rd highest stat. Now, is threatening to feed them to sea monsters smart or charming? I don't think it is. I'm gonna try and bribe the guards. No! It was feeding the damsel was definitely smart. Oh no, the damsel was definitely smart. Oh no, with all your money left, you go to the liquor store, buy 40 ounces, a king cobra, and some Pez. You pour it all over the parking lot and look up expectantly. Lightning strikes. Lightning strikes you. Twice. Good God.
So pathetic.
I'd rather take my chances with a stalker than slum it with a poor person who doubles as a lightning rod. Because you blew all your money at the liquor store, you don't have any left for your hospital bills. You lose -2 boldness and 1 money. Fun.
Let's go.
Let's go. And try and make it back up. You find Vera and Polly at their table, deep in conversation. Alright, business idea. People pay a monthly subscription to prevent me from drugging their food. Business idea. People pay me a monthly subscription to put drugs in their food. Business idea. Price out the cafeteria's current food supplier by selling plastic food. Business idea. Nibble! Just nibble. Yeah! Okay. Wait. Business idea. Use clever marketing and food science to create the perfect new diet craze and sell it for an insane profit. That's actually a really good idea. Better than nibble? Yes. We just need to figure out what our new diet product will be. Tapeworms. Gluten-free, dairy-free, 100% organic, and you can get them for free from sick cows. Drugs. That's for lunch. Drugs. Nah, we going Vera.
That has been quite pleasing.
What a delicious idea.
Hey!
But what about for like ghosts and stuff? Ghosts want to lose weight too. We'll just sell ghosts of tapeworms alongside the living ones naturally. Where are you gonna get tapeworm ghosts? Simple. I'll just kill tapeworms with unfinished business, which is pretty much any tapeworm, honestly. They're very ambitious.
Awesome, boo.
Well, all of my objections to this plan are solved. Scam away. Soon, Vera's new slender friends are all the rage in the cafeteria. She seems to tolerate your presence even more, and everyone's losing weight. Tapeworms are extremely bad and will take all nutrition away from your body, so I do not recommend eating tapeworms, because it will lead to your own demise.
Let's go.
Money. Money. That day you spent some time in the PC's library, managing your Kickstarter. You deceive a lot of people with sensational videos and promises. Nice. No, don't eat tapeworm. No. You gain all of my money goes to cover costs. So I mean, it says I gained a lot of money, but I didn't. I'm sorry, bestie. You see a truly rare sight. Vera and Damien are sitting behind a PC, speechless.
Fucking metal.
Wait, did we just rig an election in the Midwest? I was just trying to change the president's walls to a pick. We need to cover our tracks, like, right now. Well, don't stand there, you innocent bystander. Help us. Yes, of course I'm talking to you. Damien can't help. Breaking shit is useless right now. I disagree. Smashing the internet is literally our only option. Blame someone else, like the Vanderbilts. Randolph won't be able to disprove it. I feel like that's either fun or boldness, so I feel like we have to blame. So smart. We're blaming another person. Yes, everyone will buy it. They practically ruined their brand already, you know, with the purges. But Vera, isn't it kind of fucked up to frame our friend for a crime we committed? Are you having second thoughts, Damien? You want hell to be seen backing a political candidate in this election? Fuck no. Hell is about strong, independent evil. We've got to drain the swamp and replace it with a lake of fire. Anyway, enough politics. We get +2 boldness and 1 smarts. I might have a shot with Vera, but I don't think it will work.
Let's go.
Let's go. Money. Congrats, you have been chosen to win big! That day you spent some time on the library's PC, sending malicious spam emails in hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's the real one to blame if they fall for such a blatant scam? You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? And you gain +2 money. Soon after, you hurried to join Vera for an awaited after-school rendezvous. She's arranged a romantic evening at the stock exchange? There you are. I'm so happy you've joined me. Hear that I have momentarily forgotten my hatred for all beings. What? You thought we were going to dinner? No, silly. How am I supposed to make a profit at dinner? If you're hungry, just eat some money. There's plenty of that lying around. Look, I invited you here because I wanted to share something really special with you. You see all these people here? These psychopaths screaming at each other in $10,000 suits. This is my family. Well, not literally. I've never met my birth parents. It's more like a room full of my worst enemies. But that's family, after all. But a room full of your enemies. Anyway, enough chit-chat. The real reason I brought you here is to help me make money. Make with the stock tips. You know absolutely nothing about the stock markets. But that's never stopped you before. You tell her, buy one of everything. Or sell it all. All we need is each other. I feel like that's bold or charm. While the other one I feel like is money or smartness. So I'm going with money or smartness. So charming. Okay, so the other one was bold and I was just charmed. Okay, I don't know. Apparently I'm hitting. You know, I never thought of it that way. Who needs all these silly little stocks when I have an accomplice? Here, grab this sniper rifle and climb to into this helicopter real quick. You spent a passionate evening with Vera, flying around the world assassinating key politic figures. The resulting market chaos allows Vera to short sell a plethora of stocks at an enormous profit. You know, I really can't thank you enough for opening my eyes. I was so obsessed with my stocks and dividends that I lost sight of what was really important. Coldly manipulating global events for my own personal gain. That's about as close to a confession of love you're likely to get from Vera. Yep. Oh. I only have a short chance to try and win her heart. Let's go, Vera. You've arrived at your chosen table and find Miranda folding napkins at Vera. Do you know what this one is for, Vera? Oh, I love their outfits. They have so many cute outfits in this game. I mean, look at the flower top that Vera's wearing. Look at the cute striped style of Miranda. Ugh, the Vanderbilts that we already blamed. No. I'll take that as a yes. This rose-shaped napkin fold is for birthdays between the ages of 16 and 22. Miranda's hands move fast as lightning, turning those roses into gorgeous white swan. By contrast, this swan fold is for the first weddings, third weddings, and swan giveaways. As a fashion enthusiast, I've never been so bored by a piece of fabric. Oh, and this black swan folding is for weddings where you plan to brutally murder all the guests. Not very popular, the black swan folding. Okay, that's sort of cool, but I'm still aggressively uninterested. You happen to have some napkin folding skills yourself. Maybe you could spice up this interaction. You decide to show off your most impressive napkin fold. If you fold the napkin like so, it creates a self-aware napkin whose sole purpose is to fold more napkins. Oh, yep. This writhing snake fold is for when it's time to leave Vera alone and stop explaining napkin folds. I'm actually slightly interested by the napkin folds. Is it like origami, or is she just literally like folding them in half? I mean, like, this is what this means. Well, that's quite a specific fold. Under what circumstances would one use... Oh, I see. Damn right you see. And notice how my whole head is covered in writhing snakes. So basically, just assume that don't talk to Vera about napkin time is all the time. It's a year-round festival. People the world over celebrate it by not folding napkins at me. Well, it's not a very elaborate napkin fold, is it? You explain that what your fold lacks in its complexity makes up for with the 12 ounce of cobra venom it can spit at will. Right, well, I see we subscribe to different schools of napkinry. I'll leave you two to it then. Your reward for running Miranda off is a one-on-one lunch with Vera. You never felt so alive. Let's go. We've got one more chance. I'm gonna raise my smarts. I learned a ton of spells that are as cool as they seemingly useless. A spell to remove sticker stickiness. A spell to turn chocolate and vanilla ice cream into vanilla and chocolate ice cream. A spell to gain +2 smarts. You actually used that last spell and gained +2 smarts. Your mind's barely on what you're doing, though. All you're really concerned about is the situation with Vera. Don't forget to keep smiling. Aw, thank you. Aw, thank you. I will try as I try and woo all of these people. I'll try and woo everyone. Throughout the latest gang war, maybe you've been her closest, most trusted advisor. Maybe too close. You're worried Vera's so dependent on your advice she'll become blind to your true romantic intentions. If only you had the courage to tell her how you really feel. After all, you don't want to end up in the advisor zone. You're so lost in thoughts of unrequited love, you hardly notice Vera sneaking up on you. Maybe that's also because of the invisibility cloak you helped her pick out.
Hi.
There you are. I was just going to pick you up. We've got a date tonight. A date? Then perhaps your affections weren't unrequited. With the heads of the Monster City's major crime faction to celebrate the end of the latest gang war. You're such a good and loyal advisor. I couldn't imagine going without you. Right. Of course. Trying to hide your disappointment, you accompany Vera to the peace conference. But soon, you can have the horse racing, But if you think I'm gonna give up murder's monopoly, you've got your head so far up your ass that it's popped back out of your collar shirt. Larry, the actual crocodile, snaps his fingers. Gunbozo Ganetti of the Deranged Clown Assembly honks in disapproval. Timmy, Knife Baby, chews on his rattle menacingly. All right, you scumbags, settle down. But it's too late. Larry the Croc unveils a wicked machine gun. Gunbozo makes a rocket launcher out of twisted balloons. Timmy, the Knife Baby, produces a lot of knives. Hey, advisor, a little help here. If you don't save Vera now, you'll never have a chance to confess your feelings, so you take a deep breath and... I feel like confessing my feelings is the right choice, because I feel like it's quite bold to kiss Larry. Confess my feelings, so charming. With the thought of the danger, and you turn to Vera and bare your soul. You confess that you've been advising her whole time, not out of love of crime, but out of love for her. I don't know what to say, particularly because I'm in the middle of a very tense standoff. But the tense standoff suddenly becomes tender as the underlings of the other crime lords follow your example. Larry the Croc's salamander sidekick admits for years of repressed longing. Gumbozo's chauffeur climbs out of his tiny car and begs the boss to give their love a chance. And Gumbozo's second chauffeur does the same. So does his third chauffeur, and so on. Timmy the Knife Baby's wet nurse confesses a fatal attraction to her little lord. Bad. Gumbozo's various chauffeurs jealously fight over his love, killing each other in the process. Timmy the Knife Baby is a baby, and so his wet nurse is arrested for being a pervert. I approve of this law system arresting the wet nurse. That is the top tier way to go. Larry the Croc, being an actual crocodile, marries his salamander sidekick and lives happily ever after. At least until Vera mows everyone down with the Tommy gun. Well, that's the last obstacle of my complete domination taken care of. Thanks for the distraction. You know, all this time I thought you weren't attracted to me. I thought your interest was purely professional. But it turns out that your love was even more useful to me than your professional interest. I'll take it. While simultaneously taking control of the city's entire crime underworld. It looks like love really does conquer all. As Vera's most trusted advisor and love interest, you gain +2 smarts and +1 money. Monster prom draws near. Who will I ask to the prom? No one. No one. I spent this entire time flirting with her just to choose no. We're going Vera.
Hey there.
Hey there. Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go. Prom? You know what, my dear advisor? I think lately I've focused too much on all of our crime adventures. It's nice to be rich and feared, but what's the point if I don't get to enjoy my life from time to time? So I feel that prom night could be a great way to unwind. What do you advise me to do? And then she winks at you. That's so rare that we don't even have art of her doing it. Also because she has one eye covered. In the end, you and Vera have a lovely evening together,
That will teach them.
followed by a lot of thrilling crime adventures. Vera starts falling for you. She values how you respect her individuality and even support her career by being her trusted advisor. The two of you are doing a great job of juggling being partners in both love and crime, mostly because Vera is great at everything she does, or so she reminds you constantly. Also, she reminds you that the two of you may be partners in love, but in crime, you're still superior and advisor. But that's Vera for you, and under all the ferocious confidence, you can still perceive a deep respect for you. So beautiful. Crime is always the answer. Yay. Yay. I'm most likely to be eaten by other people. That feels accurate. And there's so many secret endings that I want to get I like if I knew what every single secret ending would be, then you know I'd be fighting for every single secret ending. You know that's how I would do it. I'm surprised I got this one. I mean, I've seen this one before when other people have played this, but you know, I'm surprised that I got it. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. And where am I? I am unfortunately not standing over by Vera because this is artwork of just all the people in the game. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened and it was wonderful. Vera built the Oberlin Empire to endless greatness. They own a shameless number of companies. It's known that they also look into a lot of sketchy businesses. But no one does anything about it. I mean, who the hell would try to stop Vera Oberlin? Scott became an athlete. Not so long ago, he won a prestigious medal for being the best at doing sports. Zoe, many years of research obscuring trivia for her steamy fanfics paid off. She got a job as a consultant at a company who makes fantasy toys based on beloved culture characters. She now rakes in the big bucks designing blueprints of stuff like demigorgons or the Statue of Liberty. For those 6 weeks, Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battlefield for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid. We were ready to start. That door scared me. That door genuinely scared me. And I'm just hoping this music is not copyright because, you know, they actually, like, got a copyright system. I'm gonna just turn off the music for now. I can still jam out to it, but, you know. Yeah, there's lyrics here, and all I know is that this game, unlike the following two, do not have the option for wow, this music got really loud compared to the rest of the game. I can barely hear myself talking. But I know in the later two games they have a streamer mode for like no copyright. But in this game I did not see that, so instead I'm just muting it for my own safety concerns. And oh my goodness, that is so loud. I actually took my headset off my ears. Oh, wow. Oh, there. Okay, I'll put them back on. They have a lot of cool voice actors in this game, I have to admit. I mean, they got some crazy amounts of people in this game, but I like the art, which is why we're giving the art a chance. We're giving the art a chance. So, yeah. Because if we don't have a chance for this, what are we supposed to do? Not enjoy it? I think it would be sad if we didn't give it a chance to just enjoy all of this. Aww, no days feel rainy with you. And I know that we have the, I actually own all 3 games. This is actually my first time ever playing them, which is why, you know, all of my numbers are still regular. I'm currently, like, looking through a list of people who are voice actors in this game, and it's, like, a lot of people. Like, I was not expecting some of these people to, like, voice act in this game. Like, crazy. Honestly crazy. It's honestly insane to think that people, like, like, freaking Jacksepticeye voiced in this game. Jack of the Septic Eye. I'm playing this. And we just gonna go. You know what? I could do, like, every time I stream this, because I'm gonna probably try and stream it where I get, like, 2 people per stream to actually accept me. So the stream will be longer or shorter depending on if they actually accept me or not. I could just choose a different character each time. And we know all of these lovelies, the lovely bubblies. And now welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever! Okay, I'm elected president for a day. What's the first law I pass? Trivia fact, presidents don't pass laws. So is this a trick question or are you just being an idiot? You can deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. Amount of taxes deducted are based off how beautiful the sonnet is. Oh, wait, one sec. I got this. Oh, wait. Will it work? Oh no, it won't do it. Oh, I was hoping I could still just shrink myself without worrying for this lovely thing. The $1 bill now includes a picture of me. Beware, too much awesomeness. My presidency might last a day, but my fame will last forever. No, we're doing tax-deductible sonnets. An alien race invades Earth, and they tell you the world's fate depends on how you are to answer this question. How do you like your coffee? I like my coffee as bitter and dark as my soul, which isn't bitter and dark at all. I'm a pretty nice person. Okay, that's kind of funny. My favorite type of coffee is vodka. I like my coffee alien friendly. Nah. I'm charming. The world will end tomorrow. I'm still covering up one of the. You know what? I'm just gonna go big screen. I'm going big. I mean, I'm gonna read them anyway. I'm going big. I don't care. Scuff is my middle name. I don't care. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? It's okay. We invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of commoners. I suppose I'll binge my favorite anime for the 34th time. I would panic because that's what real organic people do, and I'm a real organic person. I always party as if there were no tomorrow, so who cares? Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. They always tell you the world's ending. I'll profit off the people. Nah, I'll binge my favorite anime. I'll be binging that anime and be like, yes, gimme. Goody. If you were an ice cream, which flavor would you be? Plutonium. Honestly, I think plutonium ice cream would be funny. Meat. Tequila and Coke. Double creme de la meringue. Fancy words. Success. Spicy chocolate. No. Chocolate on fire. Honestly, like, I'd probably be like, this is the answer I like the most. I mean, whether or not it truly be me, it's the answer I like the most. Being spicy chocolate. No, chocolate on fire. I'd either be plutonium or chocolate on fire, so I'm just gonna be chocolate on fire. Because I think it's more funny to be chocolate on fire.
Let's go.
What is with me and smarts? This time the only difference is I'm actually a creative soul. So instead, I'm going to be creative. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it gives those muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. They will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. You're living your spookiest life when you hear giggling from an eldritch cutie pie met by snorting of an angry prince of hell. I'm not saying that's definitely how you lost your horn. I'm just saying that's one of my headcanons for it. Headcanon? Yeah. How I imagine you lost it in my mind when I think of all the cool adventures in Spooky High I must have gone through before I joined as a regular girl. Regular girls don't come here. Ask me if I nobly sacrifice my horn for the coven because I'm secretly horny for hope. I misread that sentence. I completely fucked up that sentence. Let me retry. Regular girls don't come up to me and ask if I nobly sacrifice my horn for the coven because I'm secretly horny for hope. Okay, but I also have Spooky High Seas AU, where the whole school is a pirate ship and you lost your horn to a bad case of scurvy. Why am I making her more valuable now? She wasn't before. What? Fuck scurvy. If I was a pirate, I'd only get the cool, most dangerous diseases. I also wrote a Human High AU, where you're not missing your horn at all. You're missing a wang. Girl. How is a horn an analog for a wang? Also, don't answer that. Stop making headcanons about my head. The only cannons I like are the ones with 2 ends. I'll happily stop making headcanons if you tell me the real story. I don't like any of these options. You could just tell Zoe that Damien lopped off one of his horns to piss off his dads. You feel like you heard that somewhere. But friends don't tell friends others' horny secrets. It looks like a job for lying. Maybe, just maybe, you could use your answer to impress one or the other of your very attractive classmates. We all know demon horns are a powerful aphrodisiac. It's not hard to imagine how Damien lost his. Wink. Who gives a fuck how Damien lost his horn? You should see what the other guy lost. It was most things. Not so bold. Other guy. What's the only men can start fist fights to disfigure? What is this? The 19th? You know that 100% of my best fist fights, knife fights, and choke monster rallies have been with women. Yeah, Fluke, it's the 21st century. Girls can do anything, even demon poaching. You tried to explain. You never meant girls couldn't be murderers or poachers, but no one seems to care. Ever heard of Lazy Gorgon, who murdered everyone with an axe made out of snakes? She was a girl. Ever heard of Vera, who's also Gorgon and murders people and is also a girl? I know of Vera. I married her I dated her as a crime fiend. I have an entire Spooky High AU called Spookette High, where everyone is a girl and they still murder people all the time.
That's crazy.
Whoa, Spookette High? That sounds dope. Tell me about Girl Damien. Totally, but only after Fluke leaves. I have a policy of never discussing my fanfics in front of misogynists. See, girls can also take away your stats. What, you didn't think the narrator was a girl? More misogyny! Just kidding, I'm not a girl, but I could have been. But I still got affections towards Damien somehow.
Let's go.
Let's go! I went with the one that I thought I could actually hack it at. Did I? Did I go with the one I actually thought I could do? I don't know. Friend Damien, I'm having trouble getting a positive ID on the objects that in your possession. Would you declare their components? Sure thing, Robo-Bro. Well, what I have here is a can of gasoline, a lighter, and the grin of a bad man about to set a cafeteria table on fire! I comprehend now. It would seem to me that most logical extrapolation is that you are about to set a cafeteria table on fire. Oh, damn, Calculaster. How much plus smarts must you have to have figured out that mystery out? My intelligence cannot calculate using your oversimplistic methods. However, my moral module dictates that setting a cafeteria table on fire is not within the bounds of acceptable school behavior. In fact, it seems to me in my metaphorical but not literal heart that it is not nice. Did I say it was gonna be nice? No, I said it was gonna be awesome! Running back conversation to check for phrase, going to be awesome. Error, phrase not found. No, friend Damien, you never said it was going to be awesome. I didn't need to. It was implied in the grin of a madman part. Calculaster, why are you trying to ruin my fun? It's a matter of perspective, Calculaster. Where you see a table, Damien sees a wood to be set aflame to cook his food. So Damien is totally right to set it on fire. Calculaster is right, Damien. Be responsible. Don't set fire to this table. Set fire to the cafeteria table designated for arson. You know, the green one by the door in case you need to set fire to a table on it. Damien's in the right. Yep, Fluke is totally correct. I'm setting this table on fire for eating related purposes, which in a cafeteria is totally fine. Premise that cafeterias are for eating related activities. Accepted. Running scan on setting things on fire in order to consume necessary nutrition organic beings need. Yes, it would appear that the process of cooking is common and that a fire is indeed the preferred tool. Forgive my misunderstanding. I thought it was an act of senseless arson. It is a rather necessary step in keeping your feeble form alive. My form isn't feeble! But don't feel bad about the misunderstanding, Calculaster. I'll forgive you if you give me plus money and help me set this table on fire. Certainly, friend Damien. Oh, and I get to eat your firstborn.
I am happy.
Even if it is hard to believe, I will be organically able. Even if I find it hard to believe, I will be organically able to have firstborn. It seems that in equal exchange for my misstep on the based actions I have observed here at Spooky High. And so it is. And so it was. Together, you, Damien, tricked a robot into committing arson. Aww, romantic! Ding dong.
Let's go.
Let's go! And I would like to upgrade my charm. Or should I do boldness? Should I be a bold bitch? Nah, let's go charm. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. You see Damien and Miranda and their heads in their hands. They look glum. You ask what's up. We're boned. I do not know what this boned means, but I am not optimistic about our chances of the upcoming exam. It's not fair. I shouldn't have to fail the test just because I spent all week in a really brutal mosh pit instead of going to class. And I did study. I had my servants read the entire textbook twice. But for some reason, my servants are not allowed to take the test for me. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Chop up the teacher and melt his body in acid. No, there's got to be another way. Doesn't there? Easy. Just lobby the government until they remove the class from the entire school system. Or, you don't need to murder your teacher to overcome something like this. Just burn down the entire school. Okay, the question is burning down the entire school creative, or is it bold, which I also don't have? And counter question. Lobbying the entire system seems to be smart. So it's like, is it smart or is it creative? Are we going, is burning down the entire school so charming? It's charming to lobby the government. Well, it's on par with my smarts, so yeah, that works. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, it could have been money, though, because it was lobbying. My father has many excellent lobbyists in cryo-freeze just for such occasion. Why are they in cryo-freeze? Because if allowed to live freely, they would pose an untold threat of survival of the species, I think. It was Daddy's decision, in any case, and Daddy knows best. The lobbyists do their job so effectively that the government not only cancels the class, but erases all memory of it from everyone's brains. You have no idea what you just unlearned, but you did gain +2 fun and +1 boldness, and apparently, gained affection with her instead of Damien. Why is it giving me affection with her instead of Damien? Why is it still messing with my affection charts? Ah! I need a stretch. I never realized just how much tension and stress was in my back until I used a back massager the other day. And all I felt was pain. Everything was just pain. Okay. Okay. That moment when you have no idea what you're doing because you can't remember what you were gonna do. You know, let's just get my creativity up even higher. That day while rehearsing for the class play, you do a terrific job at acting. You act so hard that some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. 7 roses to be exact. Damn. Roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game. Anyway, you check your converter app to see if this could translate into something a bit more useful. It seems 7 roses equals 2 creativity points. Sweet. You gain +2 creativity. Later, you hear some kind of muffled squawking, and you see that Damien's backpack seems to be thrashing violently.
Greetings, fellow classmate.
Yay! Fluke is here. I've been waiting all day to show someone Damien's cock. I love how she's dressed as Princess Daisy. I don't know what he's supposed to be, because I don't know games. But you know she is Princess Daisy. Miranda, do you ever listen to yourself? Miranda pulls Damien's cock out of his backpack, and the rooster begins purring himself contently. Isn't he the sweetest little thing? Yeah, we're gonna use him for cockfighting. Specifically, we're gonna have him cockfight the cockfighters to teach them a lesson about why you should never make cocks cockfight. Now we just gotta find a way to make sure our cock wins the anti-cockfighting cockfight. Lift your rooster spirit with a romantic proposal. Give your cock a cock ring. This cock isn't an expert on violence. You are, Damien. Go undercover as a rooster. So I knew sending Damien undercover as a rooster would be creativity, which I knew I just made my high stat. Aw man, how did I not think of that? I love finding opportunities for violence. With that, you, Damien, and Miranda get to work on Damien's incredible chicken outfit. It's sort of just a yellow jumpsuit with feathers haphazardly glued to it, but people are dumb, so it might work. You follow them to the cockfight, where Damien immediately begins to fight the cockfighters with his skills at violence. And it's very convincing rooster impression. Damien yells, punching one in the face. Cock-a-doodle-fucking-doo! Squawk! I can only fly 200 feet, he says, delivering a flying kick to the knee. Cheep, cheep, squawk! I live my entire containment but in Antarctica and can live for 15 years! He shouts with a karate chop to someone's clavicle. You're not sure that actual roosters just scream facts about themselves to prove their identities? But Damien has won the fight by a landslide, and you can tell he's thrilled with his violence. And with you. You gain +2 boldness and 1 fun. Let's go! You walk up to see Damien closely inspecting Zoe's body. Not like that, you pervert. What that mouth do? Okay, that sounds bad, but wait for it. Oh, that one? That one's for eating whole live birds. And that one? Crushing up tiny little bird bones that make other mouths spit out. Oh, crushing up the tiny little bird bones that the other mouth spits out. And what about this mouth over here? That's for screaming obscenities undetectable to human ears. And what about this one? That one's for, I don't actually know. I don't think I've ever noticed that mouth before. I've had so many forms throughout the years. Unknowable void, eldritch deity, totem being sold by young cat girl, gelatinous monster. And now you got a sick new mouth that we gotta decide a function for. We? I am not going to take suggestions. Actually, no, wait. That sounds awesome! I will take suggestions for what to do with this mouth. Time to come up with a brilliant mouth use that will clearly impress one of these charismatic, dateable classmates. How about a scream puking mouth for all those times when screaming or puking alone isn't enough? Maybe one day this mouth could become the fluke kissing mouth. Fucking simp. No, that one's gonna be a Damien. Yep. Wait, you could do that? Well, the realm inside my many mouths is an improbable nightmare dimension which bends to my every whim, so sure. But how? I've been trying for years, and the best I've been able to do is salivate while sounding roughly upset. If I could scream puke, why, I could finally express how I truly feel about child beauty pageants. Based. Just to be clear, you can't do it. This is my mouth, so I'm the one who can do the screaming and puking. I know, but something I'll just have to come up to terms with. But do you think you could use scream puking just one time for me? Well, please. Fine, just help me out here. Give me something disgusting to think about. Oh, toe fungus, hog lagoons, crony capitalism. Scream. So beautiful. They should have sent a poet. What they do send is a crazy Martin the Werebear janitor to clean up all the puke. Meanwhile, you and Damien grow a little closer. I don't understand some of these conversations, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Okay. I have too many stats that are all equal with each other. Oh my goodness. Should I try making all my stats equal to each other? Is my true question. Because then, if all my stats are truly equal, I never have to worry about anything. Now let's just make me more bold. I skip class and hang out in the bathroom because I expect no authority. I guess some people want to watch the world burn by skipping class. You give 0 shits. You see Damien about to punch some noob when suddenly a dimensional portal opens up between the two of them?
Yo.
Hey, what the hell? I was about to punch that noob. There'll be plenty of noobs to punch my fearsome paramour when you are mine. What? I have traveled across time and space to find a fit commander for my armies and for my bedroom. Oh, you want me to come over to your kingdom so we can kill people and fuck? I wouldn't put it quite so crassly.
Fucking metal.
Well, I would. That sounds doper than hell, which isn't hard because hell is lame, but still. If Damien goes to another dimension to fucking kill people, how will he fucking kill people with you? There's only one thing to do. Defeat the entire army, the army using nothing but a colander and a grapefruit. Show Damien a picture of the crown army wearing. So bold. With your trusted, I chose to defeat the army. So bold, because I figured the other one wasn't creative or bold, and that one and mine might have been. Armed with your trusty colander helm and a furious grapefruit, you charge through the rift. The turns his army turns out to just be 3 dudes, and one of those dudes is 2 toddlers in a trench coat. You strain the shit out of them, squeezing grapefruit juice into their wounds and toss what's left into a volcano. What's more, you live stream the entire thing for Damien to watch back home. When you get back, he's applauding. Holy shit, that was wicked. I've never seen someone so gratuitous with a grapefruit. Screw this interdimensional a-hole. I want you to teach me about using limes as an offensive weapon. The prince slinks back into his kingdom to recruit a new shitty army. Will you teach Damien the mysteries of citrus foo? You gain +2 charm and +1 boldness. Dong ding dong. Let's go. Okay. Let's even bathroom up my thing. That day you skip class to just hang out in the bathroom. On the way there, you run into Mamimi, the Oni girl. She offers you some of her weird Japanese energy drink. You take a sip. It tastes crazy as hell. You need to check the contents of the shit. Guarana seed, benzoic acid, 50 milligrams of caffeine, 100 milligrams of boldness. Well, it wasn't that bad at all. You gain +2 boldness thanks to Mamimi, and proceed to the bathrooms. You're chilling in the bathroom with Damien and Miranda. Thank gods for co-ed bathrooms. Everything's going great, and you're obviously very cool until you hear some noises. Oh snap! It's Crazy Martin the Werebear janitor. Damn, we're done. If we're caught skipping class again, they're gonna feed me the school's dragon, or even worse, they'll make me come in on a Saturday. This is bad. I didn't bring my chaperone, who would fight to the death for my honor. What can we do? It seems they're both waiting for you to do something. How do you scare a werebear? No time to think. You bust out of the stall and make yourself as big as possible. Showtime! Play dead. Well, it depends on it. I think that might be smart. So I'm gonna play dead because I am creative. Boom. Use your formidable acting talents to reenact the death scene from Hamlet. Crazy Martin is moved to tears. He decides to take the rest of the day off in order to figure out his emotions. When he's gone, you stand up. Whoa, you're not actually dead? That's incredible. I was totally convinced of the opposite. Your acting skills are unparalleled. It was so nuanced, so intense, marvelous. Yeah, dude. Who knew acting could be so kick-ass? Yeah, your acting skills saved the day again. You gain +2 creativity and +1 charm. Oh my gosh, my first interaction with Liam. Wow. When you reach Liam and Damien's table, you find it absent of food, but covered in paperwork? Do you really need all these special forms? Can't we just write death threats on regular paper? For the last time, Damien, substantive change within an administrative system requires mastery of mechanics and bureaucracy. What if we just write death threats on really fancy paper? Liam turns to address you. As you can see, my master of realpolitik has caused me to embrace an unlikely ally in my quest to reform. I have no idea what he's saying. I just want the cafeteria food to stop being so fucking boring. You see, our interests are in line. I too desire a menu less pedestrian. Sure. Either way, we're stuck in the last bit. We know we want to change the menu, but we don't know what we want to change the menu to. Yes, we have indeed encountered a culinary block. Perhaps you could suggest something appropriately artistic. A light plate with a single sprig of parsley in the center. The essence of minimum. Versus a bowl of knives. The essence of knives. We're going bowl of knives. The essence of knives. Now that's interesting. Knives. Seems a bit didactic. We'll see how didactic it is when I stabbing faces with a bowl full of knives. You don't know what didactic means, do you? Nope, but I know how funny it'll be to watch a bunch of nerds try and finish a knife bowl. Damien's application to add knives to the menu is a success. He starts holding daily knife eating contests. There are no winners, except Damien, who thinks it's hilarious, and you, who came up with it. Do, 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 do. All I know is that we're going
Let's go.
to get all the love and let's go Charm. Yep, Charm. Epic dodgeball match. Amidst the battle, you spot fellow players. She thinks she's not worth anything at dodgeball, and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. You explain to her there's many ways that she's unique and wonderful, while also offending many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding reason to keep playing and gains a sense of self-worth. You will gain +1 BFF. Sadly, she's not part of the game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off-screen, and +2 charm. The game was so close, the other team demands a rematch. This one goes way worse. Your team is down to just you and Damien. The other team has all the balls except for the one you're holding. We're boned. Time to cover our nuts and let them get it over with. I mean, I'm only in this game so I could accidentally hit people in the face. It's not like I'm not skilled. It's not like you have some sort of secret ultimate dodgeball trick hidden up your ass, right? Actually, you do. You take a deep breath and bust out your ultimate technique. 5-point exploding heart. Gun! I could go with a 5-point exploding heart technique, but I think gun, so bold. Gun was the right option. Yes, the most powerful dodgeball technique of all. Gun! You draw your weapon and fire rapidly at the opposing team. They all try to take cover behind their dodgeballs, but the dodgeballs are made of rubber, and therefore, terrible cover. Luckily for them, they're all undead, or at least mythical beasts immune to conventional weaponry, so no one dies. Your senseless violence does seem to distract them long enough for Damien to eliminate their whole team, though. They say never bring a knife to a gunfight, but they never said never bring a gun to a ball fight. That's technically true. You have to stay late to clean up the carnage, but you still gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. Why is my brain working better for Damien than it did for Vera? And I don't even think I'm gonna get the special secret ending. I'm not gonna get it. All fake tears. All fake tears. Yeah! But I encounter 3 hyenas on the way. Who the fuck runs security? Anyway, I subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless Monster Scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for. By the time you get to the bathroom, you've totally gained +2 boldness. You see Damien beating the piss out of a goblin, like he always does when he's depressed. You go over and ask him what's up. This whole heir to the throne of hell thing, it's really bumming me out. I hate being a prince of hell, and I'm gonna hate being a king of hell even more. I mean, how am I supposed to rebel against authority when I am the authority? Ugh, not even being a piss out of this goblin is cheering me up. Damien continues to beat the piss out of the goblin, but his heart clearly isn't in it. I mean, is there anything rad I can do as King of Hell? Literally anything? You're forgetting about the ultimate way to fight authority. Total war. Kings have harems, and I'd definitely join yours. No. The ultimate way to fight authority. Total war! Oh yeah, war! I totally forgot about war! Probably because my dads are such lame asses. They keep going on about what's the word? Diplomancy? Duplamonkey? Diplomacy? Am I saying that right? Diplomacy? Whatever. I'll have to take out the dictionary when I'm king. Suck on that, Webster. Damien's so excited that he even stopped strangling that goblin. And it sends you a massage coupon as a thank you. You gain +2 smarts and +1 boldness. Ding dong. It's time for lunch. Oh no. You just sat down to eat with Damien and Liam. Well, eat with Damien. Liam's just taking pictures of his food. When a leather-clad figure drops from the air vents onto your table, it's the Slayer! Lunchtime's over, dirtbags. Time to die! This always happens when we sit together. Your death-based rhetoric is offensive. Don't spoil my food pick. Oh, I'll spoil more than your food pick, Count Stankula. I'm about to spoil your face! Just his though, right? Both of your faces. Fuck. The Slayer's right between the three of you. You can't save Liam and Damien, but if you act fast, you might be able to save one. Immobilize Damien with the Lord's Prayer while Liam escapes. You've been waiting for this moment your whole life. Flip the table for justice! Flip the table for justice. Normally when you flip the tables, it's out of anger or mischief, but this is the most righteous table flip you've ever performed. Boo! Not my footing! No! My artfully arranged cafeteria food! Yes! Fucking up school property! My voices are all going away because Damien's is destroying my throat. The Slayer ends up pinned underneath the table along with Liam. Damien jumps down at her, starts punching indiscriminately, not caring who he hits. So, you know, just another normal day for Damien. I've never felt so alive! Offensive. Whatever, let's flip all the rest of the tables in the cafeteria while flipping goods! You righteously flip every single table in the cafeteria. With each table you flip, you find Damien is flipping a little more for you. We're only on week 4. Oh my goodness. We're getting all that Damien love. Somehow I can understand Damien a lot more than I can understand Vera. Or at least Damien's prompts. Let's charm them. The match is so intense, both teams are into it. Raise the stakes. Charm against charm. Ah, we've got this. Later you see Damien packing a bag. I'm going away for the weekend. To detention. I have fucking detention again. Why? Just because I rigged the teacher's lounge door to open into with booby traps that pour selkie piss on whoever opened it. I mean, I didn't even set anything on fire this time. Let me spill the tea. This school is strict as fuck. Anyways, just brainstorming some ways to keep things entertaining beyond fucking ditching. Do it. Do it. Just fucking ditch. Do it! Cross-species, economic, and social barriers to make lifelong friends with a group of diverse students in detention. Find out who's thoroughly dancing and not just boring. Ditch. Just do it. Being friendly with people? Nah. Ditch. Just do it. Why didn't I think of that? I mean, I just did, but I didn't consider it as a serious option. If I skip detention, what are they gonna do? Give me detention? I can do anything. I can make a bonfire out of desks. Have fun with potions. I'll just skip detention forever and wreak as much havoc as I want. Fuck yeah, havoc! Well, you may have created a monster, but at least he's your monster. You gain +2 smarts and +1 boldness. See, I like the fact that voice effects just add a little something, something. Let's go. What do I want to do? That's outdoors. No, it's the auditorium. Wait, oh, that's outdoors. Okay. Let's go creativity. While rehearsing for the school play, you are struck by lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it. Also known as one of the 7 most douchebag moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome and intuitive and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You gain +2 creativity. We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask other players to call you by that nickname till the end of this run. The issue is, I don't have anyone else. So I'm gonna call myself Lonely. I'm Lonely. That's my new nickname, is Lonely. All these creativity points, and that's what I come up with. You see Damien pacing the stage, stabbing the air with his cardboard lance. Motherfucker, if I don't do things, if I don't look badass doing them, this play is not an exception. I'm gonna live so many fucking truthfully through these imaginary circumstances. The script is just so, I don't know, vague. Why is the Dark Knight so evil? Where does he get his anger come from? Why all the murder? And yes, when it comes to plays, I want there to be a reason for murder. I just don't need one in real life. You better give him a reason not to murder you, just in case. The knight was driven to evil by the death of his parents or spouse. It's never been done. Be method. Go on a real-life killing spree. Oh. But this is a good excuse. I just gotta grab. Oh no. Oh no. The police knocking at my door. First, I'm afraid. For murders. No, Damien, no. Why? How could this happen to me? I thought that was bold. I don't know what I did. Oh, shit. Why is there no Damien? Give me Damien. Let's go visit the coven. You were planning on sitting by yourself today, but the only table you could take is partially taken by the coven. You do feel kind of sorry for them. After all, no one ever seems to want to sit next to them.
We're here to save the day.
Oh good, it's you. We could practice one of our spells on you. And this is probably why. Oh, don't look so worried. We're preparing for an ongoing battle with the disgruntled Lord of the Seventh Circle. If we don't do our homework, we'll have a hell of a time beating him. Ha 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 ha. The audience laughs. Wait. Audience? Anyways, we've got 2 spells we've been meaning to try out. Magical enhancements to help us beat the big bad. Do you think you could try one? Pretty please. Aww, says the audience. You know, magical enhancement doesn't sound half bad. You can choose either of the 2 options. A spell will let you see the future, also the past, and the present. You can watch live TV anywhere. Nah, you want to go for something a bit different. Let's do a spell that turns you into 2 helicopters. No, I want to know. Tell me. Choice made. Brodium, Bandium, Maximum. Suddenly you can see everything. Everything! You can see how the world will end. You can see how the world began. You can see your parents having sex even though you totally don't want to. What's more, you can watch every single episode of Weasel Detective at once. Hello? Are you still alive? Lunch is ending. We're gonna need to study the test next period. You probably should too. Who needs to study? You know literally everything. You gain +4 smarts and a different perspective on your parents. Nobody wants to see their parents like that, man. Nobody.
Let's go.
You know, let's charm the pants off of people. Oh, there's a shop. Oh no. I didn't pay attention to where the shop was. Why am I too poor for everything? I'll just take this. So, no, I'm lost boldness and fun. My boldness. I already had no fun, but my boldness. Although, look at my charm. My charm just fucking spiked.
Let's go.
No, I need my boldness back. Give me back my boldness. Graffiti says I'm bold as fuck, and you know what? It turns out the wall is magical and grants your wish. What a wall! Deep voice resonates from in the wall. Well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you get +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an omnipotent and opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. So you enter the bathroom, you notice there's something a little different about it. Specifically, the different thing is that it's on fire. Oh man, can you believe it? The bathroom just randomly caught fire for no reason. On the wall, you notice graffiti reading, Scott is more swole than Damien 5 ever. But surely this is unrelated. Shit, dude, I can't get detention again. I have an urgent appointment with someone. And by that, I mean my fist has an urgent appointment with their face. And if my fist can't make that appointment, Damien cracks his knuckles. Better think of a way to save him. Call Scott and have him pee him out. If there's one thing we know about Scott, it's he loves to pee on things. If you burn down the whole school, no one will have to worry about a little... Let's go Scott. So charming. I knew Scott... I had a feeling Scott might be charming. Because that would have to bring in another person, and you have to charm them into convincing them to pee on it. Scott, that's genius. I can solve my problems and do something that makes my friend happy. Or I can hide matches and gasoline in his locker while he's distracted by pee. I may do both, just in case. Looks like friendship really is magic. Specifically, pyromancy. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, the table's full. Ooh, big yawn. You find Damien and Scott immersed in their favorite mobile game, Pokemon's Go, based on the classic Pocket Humans. My regional Bogsworth uses income tax audit. Oh no, my Lazy Roberts never saves receipts. It's super effective. Haha. Now for the finishing blow. Wait, what? Reginald contracted lymph node? Reginald Lympho deals 500 physical damage to him and 999 emotional damage to him and his loved ones. Woo, I win again! Why are all your Pokemons so unhealthy, Damien? Because I make them smoke cigarettes and lift the toxic waste dumps, obviously. Maybe you should stop that? Where's the fun in that? Let's have another match. What are you two nerds doing? Nerding around? Nerd up, nerds! Whoa, Scott, is that you? I didn't recognize you under all that nerdity. What are you doing playing dumb video games for stupid babies? But Pokemon's isn't dumb. It's cool because... No way, Scott's gonna come up with anything. If you do, maybe you could score points with Scott or Damien. Show them a phone equipped with Pokemon Go's that can also be used as a football. Say nothing and pelt them with steamed vegetables. Ah, vegetables. We hate those. Stop it. Seriously, pelt us with ground beef or something. Or at least some sausage or pig's ears. How about some forks and knives? Or some knives and knives. I'm just gonna keep throwing knives. Those knives are almost as bad as the vegetables. Come on, guys. Stop throwing carrots and knives at my cousins. You stop, alright, as soon as the wolf pack have retreated out of range. Nice thinking. Finally, used for vegetables, am I right? Damien barely remembers to take the knives out of his hand before high-fiving you. He does, though. So that's a win. Unfortunately, there's no special ending. I don't think this is a special ending. I was hoping after I saw the rooster fight, but you know, we need more boldness. We're in the bathroom. When you tell yourself in the mirror that you're so bold you would kill a tiny big-eyed turtle with your bare hands. That monster if stacked would immediately give you 500 boldness. But come on, you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. What's the merit? You know what? You could keep 2 boldness for saying it out loud. Afterwards, Damien comes up and punches you affectionately in the shoulder. Hey, asshole. Go to hell. Like, literally. My house is in hell, and I'm inviting you. Don't read too much into it. Only one problem. In order to go there, you kinda gotta damn your immortal soul. So how about it? What crimes against God and man we commit so that we can hang out? Oh, I'm already damned. Looking into your eyes feels so good. It must be a sin. I'll learn a bunch of. No, I feel like looking into your eyes is probably charm, and I am soaking in charm. But you know, so charming. Cool. I mean, that's not hardcore. It's not even technically a sin. But we'd have to at least make out. Maybe some other stuff. God seems to hate that other stuff for a reason. Don't look so fucking excited. This is just so we can hang out. I take no pleasure in it. When looking into his eyes is the correct answer. And then he gets angry about it. You're pretty sure he does take some pleasure in this. And you definitely do. +2 fun, +1 boldness. Monster prom date. I mean, the man's invited me over to his house, so if he's not going to accept me, then I will frickin' rag on him. You pluck up your courage to ask your beloved to go to the monster prom. Prom with you? How can I put this delicately? Fuck no.
What a loser.
After I went to his house. Ah. Why is there no, where did all the information go here? Of my last one. This run. Where's my old run? Best at giving fierce makeovers, best at secret handshakes. No. We are skipping this. You know, what? Damien found peace by punching everything. What? I got a straight. Oh, maybe I won't do Damien because his voice killed me. Nah. We skip. This is about to get weird. A map? The shop now has a paper map, so vintage. New images in the gallery. He left me. You could just scroll through the variations. I was left, bro. Bro, they left me. Endings. What? Where's my ending where I got with her? Where was my ending with Vera? Where's my ending with Vera? Why isn't it? It's acting as though I didn't date Vera. It's acting like I didn't end up dating Vera. What? Yeah, it's acting like I didn't date Vera. What is this? Where did my Vera go? I mean, I got that of Vera. Where did my Vera? What? Did it just delete all my stuff with Vera? Bruh. Bro, I think I deleted all my stuff with Vera. The sadness. Nah. I did not mean to click that, What? Why? Why did he not like me? I went over to his house. Bro. School is outdated and lame. We need a new... How to correctly punch a crocodile without terrible consequences. Critical thought. I mean, this damn country could use a subject like that in school. We're turning people into puppets through... I want the crocodile. Give me the crocodile. Oh no. Okay, so you're walking through a desert and the turtle's not giving you back, or is on its back. Why am I not helping it? I wouldn't help it if it owed me money. Why would I help? if it owes me money and it's not paying me back ever, why don't I, why? Your partner just gave you a cool gift for your anniversary, but you totally forgot. Quick, come up with a great gift idea. The abstract concept of nothingness, or of gratefulness. There we go. Art commissioned by Picasso. A friendly Roomba with wobbly hat. Okay, a friendly a pony. Anything on fire or a weapon. No, a weapon on fire. The head of their fiercest enemy. We're doing a Roomba with wobbly eyes. We are doing a Roomba with wobbly eyes. You find your zodiac sign to be inaccurate. Describe your own personal zodiac sign. A rad sword on fire. The happy-go-lucky ecstasy pill. The rich bitch. The cute pup. The regal 1%. The non-canon lovers. Or the now-canon lovers. I'm a cute pup. So we going either a robot or a fluff ball.
Let's go.
A robot or a fluff ball. I want money. You can never go wrong with money in this game. But you can gamble it all away. Scott corners you and lists his favorite bones to chew when he suddenly stops and sniffs the air. Oh boy, what's that? It's Calculister. He's got a little plant. Let's go say hi. Hi, Calculister. Who's your little plant friend?
Hello, fellow organic life forms.
Hello, Scott. Yes, this is my little plant friend, Buckaroo Bonsai. I treasure it because my sole window into it, what it means to be alive. Cool. Can I pee on it? You know, so people know I've been here? Please do not pee on Buckaroo Bonsai. I gotcha. You've already peed on it because it's yours. If that is what will stop you from dispensing urine, then yes. Cool, bro. I can still help you grow little Bucky big and strong. I'll get you some plant energy drink. Or perhaps some nice nutritious water. And plant-sized barrels. Plus, it needs to join the lacrosse team so it can make plant friends. Alert. Friend is giving terrible advice, but do not want to hurt friends' feelings. Input required. Looks like it's up to you to solve this problem. Do you care more about making Scott happy or helping Calculister take care of his plant? I like where your head's at, but you know what this plant really needs? Race and stripes. You know, I have smarts, so let's go Calculister because I got the smarts. Scott, Calculister's right. Water is like energy drink for plants. So smart. Yes, Fluke is correct. Unknown sports metaphor applies perfectly in this scenario. Oh wow, I never thought of it like that. Oh, I'm starting to give him Damien's voice, so no. Wow, never thought. Nope, that's not it. I never thought. Oh my, I just muted this on my end. Oh no. Oh no, now I'm muting everything. If this isn't scuffed, then I don't know what is. Oh wow, I never thought of it that way. But why is it clear? Energy drinks are always orange or yellow or purple. If it will prevent you from destroying my beloved Buckaroo Bonsai, we can make the water any color you want. Oh, can we make it red? Red is a color, yes. Hooray! You heard that, Bucky? Prepare to get juiced! Before you know it, Scott is doing all of Calculister's watering for him, and you're making a small fortune canning energy drinks for plants. You gain +2 money and +1 creativity. I have a feeling I'm been much better doing Calculister's voice for this entire thing. Let's go! Calculist. Oh, he's with Polly. Oh no. Friend Paulina, please correct me if I have misunderstood, as I am still new to these customs, as Calculister isn't wearing any pants. But it is my understanding that the cafeteria is designated for the consumption of calories by those organic beings who need them to live. Heck yeah! And these tables are to put aforementioned calories in order to be consumed. You got it, little robot buddy! But you seem to be dancing on top of this table. therefore preventing your fellow students from using it for its designated function. Nailed it! And you are encouraging other students to do the same as confetti rains down from the ceiling and multiple disco balls flash blindly. And your music is very loud, which is why you are shouting over it. Boom! See? You understand way more than you think! You're crushing it! Like I'm crushing this rave! But from my understanding, the outdoors location is designated for waves. Cafeteria is for food and consumption. Disrupting the ability to consume food in a space designated for food consumption is not very nice, and I believe you should stop. Well, I believe that it's lame and dumb, and I can't stop, and I won't stop partying, so I'm gonna keep partying. They seem to be at a standstill. Time to step in and turn the tide. Polly should keep raving. The raw intensity of this rave is powering the whole cafeteria by itself. Renewable energy, bitches. Calculuster is right. You know you're all about throwing parties in ridiculous places, so why not find some place even more ridiculous? Take this rave to Narnia. It's like Nirvana. That's not Nirvana. That's Narnia. Yes, friend Paulina. Certainly, I do not want to curtail the fun of your rave, but perhaps you could enjoy yourself as much as somewhere which doesn't disturb our classmates.
What?
That's it. That's enough. Everyone, stop it. Cut the lights. Cut the music. Take your damn hands off that piano, Justin. This party just got shut down. Paulina, I apologize. I do not mean to ruin your fun. Because it's heading to Narnia! Woo! Follow me through this wardrobe, fam. Well, Fluke, that was quite a brilliant solution. You must be one of those few monsters who pay attention to in class and gain plus smarts. Launching sequence. Sincere gratitude.
Ooh.
Did he just say ooh? Did Calculester and the man who just plays Jacksepticeye say ooh? It seems you have brought quite a bit of time. Well, Paulina parties in Narnia. Sup, bitches? I'm back from Narnia. Have you missed me these past years? You were gone 12 seconds and 8 nanoseconds according to my clock. Did your dum-dums forget how Narnia works? I just became queen and ruled for 20 years, then burned that shit to the ground with the dopest party ever. It was so bomb. That where I'm just super high on these super shrooms and just tripped very hard and had a 20-year-long specific hallucination for the last 12 seconds. Who the fuck knows when it comes to super shrooms? Hey, it's fun while it lasted, and Calculaster still seems pleased, so go ahead and count it as a win. We will stat-wise. Ding dong. Boom, boom, boom. You know, because Calculaster seems to enjoy it, we'll study in class. The day you listen to your elders and learn a valuable lesson. Sometimes, after all the nonsense, you know, attending class is important. You notice Vera and Calculaster grilly? She looks like she's all business, which for Vera is another way of saying all murder. Uh-oh. But Vera, using my last computational resources to secure the national bank password for you is a crime, and crimes are not nice. Nonsense. You know what else is a crime? Murder. And if murder isn't nice, well then lock me up. Actually, I've just gotten word from my lawyer that I ought to retract the previous statement. Forget I said anything. Erasing all memory of the previous 15 seconds, resuming conversation from last checkpoint. But Vera, using my fictional resources to secure the national bank passwords for you is a crime, and crimes are not nice. This is coming dangerously close to being a waste of time. Look, Cal, I'm what weaker people might call fond of you, but you'll get me those bank passwords, or I'll reassemble your component parts into a robot who will. Got it? Uh-oh, it seems to get a little too intense. It's up to you to calm things down, but whose side will you take? But Calculester, banks are full of money, and money is the root of all evil. Therefore, removing money from banks makes them less evil. It's the right thing to do. Vera, your mouth is asking for bank passwords, but your eyes are asking for confetti! What? Inconsistent statements. Eyes are incapable of speech. But you won't be stopped. You dig into your pockets and pull out fistfuls of confetti at your two best friends. What the hell are you throwing lint pocket and mouse bones at me? Exhaust port clogged with what appears to be half an old sandwich. Initiating port queen protocol alpha. Consistently firing shotgun. Hey, if I want to be consistently fired up by a shotgun, I wouldn't hire mercenaries to do all my killings for me. I'm out of here. I am filled with regret. Also, half a sandwich still. It was the quickest way to get just Calculester heart, because it will still give me a Calculester heart. Part of school you were in is evaluated for the rest of the day until Calculester runs out of ammo. I need to up another stat. I have lots of money. I have lots of smarts. Now, what do I also want? I kind of want to do fun, but that's taken. So, let's go back to class. First day of class. Sometimes come early. Talk to the teacher. He's bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like one of the adults, and the two of you discuss life in a very snarky way. Look at you, excelling at cliché movie tropes. You gain +2 smarts and 1 valuable insight that will help you face the difficulties of being young. You see Calculester happily tending to his favorite little aloe vera plant when suddenly... Calculester, we found the thank the fates we found you. A terrible curse has befallen us. We require your aid. I was built to help, literally. I have attempted to diversify in terms of my purpose, but my prime directive remains. Well, as you may know from the Riddler's following of TVT Tropes page, we are currently engaged. My brain is melting with all these people. We are currently engaged in a vicious struggle against the sun itself. The sun is a mighty foe capable of inflicting tremendous casualties, and we have fallen victim to its wiles. Behold! The coven uncovers their shoulders to reveal some particularly vicious sunburns. And so we've come to you, renowned herbalist, for a balm for a time of need. Let us cut the leaves of your little plant so that we might avail ourselves of its healing properties. Allow me to clarify your intention. You request that I destroy my favorite aloe vera plant in order to treat your sunburn. We ask that you make a noble sacrifice to free us from the terrible curse, yes. Internal conflict detected. I do not want to do this thing, but I am too kind to say so. Friend Fluke, what do I do? Let's think about this logically. Many people have done terrible things, but no plant has ever committed an evil act. So isn't this plant worth more than the entirety of monster kind? I mean, if you look at this from aloe vera, why don't you ask Vera? Are they related or something? Smarts. Smarts, think of the logic. By goddess, is it possible? Were we the villains all along? If I respond in affirmative, will you cease the demand of my instruction of my treasured plant friend? Yes. Then, yes. Oh, how we lament our debased animal ways. How can we make it up to you? Good and pure aloe vera. Shall we weave you a spell, slay one of your enemies? I do not see how that is necessary. But we must perform a quest to absolve ourselves of guilt. Then we must be some task we can perform on behalf of your plant friend. I suppose you could bring me 1 ice cube. I water my aloe vera by placing an ice cube in the pot so that the water enters the soil more slowly.
We must save the world.
An ice cube, a fitting prize for this most noble plants. Our only hope is that the precious ice can survive the heat emanations of the vile sun. Yes, well, good luck. The coven rushes to find Ice, happy to be on a mission. Calculus returns back to his plant, happy not to be a part of their mission anymore. For brokering this truce. Truce, you gain +2 charm and 1 fun. See, this also gives me a chance where I can just, like, not have to try and ramble my own thoughts as frequently. Because then I get to just be like, yes, you sit down with Zoe. Who the hell? Who Chloe? Who does Chloe check out? No. With Zoe and Calculuster. Zoe seems to have brought some fresh sanity today. That is, she has a screaming man trapped inside. A screaming man strapped to the table and is currently siphoning his sanity out through his eye sockets. She is still an Eldrator. Friend Zoe, I am afraid I must take issue with your current practice. What? Eating in a manner which causes a human to repeatedly scream, "Kill me," while voiding his bowels and bladder does not seem nice.
Are you for real?
Look, I was born this way, okay? Well, not so much born as ripped from the fabric of reality itself and animated with equal parts raw malice and concept of despair. But still, don't judge me. I do not possess the necessary firmware to judge you, Zoe. I do, however, wish you would find another way to obtain substance. You can't stand to see these two at odds. Maybe you could convince Zoe to change her ways, or convince Calculuster that they don't need to change. Zoe, why don't you eat this vegan brownie I brought instead? It's probably way tastier than that guy's sanity. Oh, come on, Calculuster. Sanity isn't even one of the top 5 worst things Zoe could be devouring from this dude. Zoe, this vegan brownie. Wait, are you telling me it's possible to eat food? That is, in fact, the primary purpose of food. Wow, well this changes everything. Toss me that brownie. Tossing the brownie is unnecessary, but you're sitting next to Zoe because you're sitting next to her, but you don't want to argue with a woman who has an insane half-corpse tied to the cafeteria table.
OMG!
This is delicious! Does it even taste like suffering? A little bit. That's because it is a vegan brownie. You know, I never thought I could enjoy something that didn't involve mutilating a person's body and mind. You've opened my many eyes today. But I'm not sure if I'm ready to go full vegan. Maybe I could try flexitarian in sometimes eating vegan food, sometimes devouring people's minds and souls. It sounds okay enough. Query, what should we do with the gibbering human still affixed to the table? Oh man, I don't know. This is embarrassing. Put him in the trash compactor, I guess? That does seem to be official school policy. Yes. You really bond with Calculuster while hauling the conversing mass of human flesh to the garbage chute. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Let's go.
Fun. Rave. During recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there's like 300 people summoning demons from the nightmare dimension. It's a rad party.
Hello, fellow organic life forms.
And so, after careful internet research, this plant truly does look good enough to
My love.
marry me. That's right, it is I, interdimensional prince, popping once more into this dimension to take an of legal age high schooler to be my betrothed. This time I am here for... You start thinking of polite ways to explain that you're only interested in one of your 8 most charismatic classmates. Or perhaps bonus newbies, or maybe even not to annoy anyone's radar if you bought an item from the shop. Yeah, you can date people that you secretly never would.
Utter elegance.
That plant right there. My plant. This plant. Plant. Jelena Joleaf? Yes, the very same. He, she, it, they. However this inanimate object vegetable chooses to identify, it's clearly my soulmate, and married to Plantagena is the only thing that will ever save my lonely soul. Calculus just seems a little unsure. Gosh, why is the prince like this? Oh, he's crashing high schools to marry people. I guess, plant life now. You need to stop him. Wait, do you need to stop him? Shouldn't you just let him marry the plant and stop pursuing your love interests? No, wait. Maybe Calculaster would be sad if his plant friend got married. Would he? I don't know. Probably all just be based on your stats anyway.
How vulgar.
I just let him marry the plant. I'm like, letting him marry the plant just seems like the smart move. Because then he won't turn his back on Calculaster. Say the plant was made to the sea. It just seemed like it wasn't smart or money related, and I had to go. Wait, what's it? You're not gonna stop me with an outlandish statement or wacky antics? No reference to memes, no bees, just go ahead and marry the plant? Well, this is completely unexpected. I never had anyone not try to stop me from one of my marriage proposals before. In fact, I'm realizing right now that I only really enjoyed the thrill of the chase in this instance. I have no desire for a future with this plant. I'm going to find something harder to marry. I'm going to go marry. I'm going to marry the sun. Farewell, these students, robot, and rejected plant ex-fiancé.
Erasing memory of this mess.
Do we have evidence to suggest that everyone from his dimension is like this, or is it the prince simply unique? You don't know, and honestly, you don't care. Getting rid of the prince is giving you more time to chat with Calculaster peacefully. Find out a lot about Plantalina Jolie's hobbies and interesting game, plus just learn one harm in the process. We're only in week 3. And I've been stumbling over my words, talking nonstop. Fun. Do. You spot Juan, the small magical Latino cat who seems a bit sad. He explains to you that he's worried people are so used to calling him Juan, the small Latino magical cat, that now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and confident definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different Juans at school, so adding all that to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived to in Monsters Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain +2 fun. You're checking out some plates of pasta on your dating app for people who are so lonely that they're starting to consider dating plates of pasta. Luckily, Calculaster interrupts you before you spiral. There you are, Fluke. I was about to engage in complex potline protocol, but I was worried I might fail at it. Then it came to my mind. Fluke is proficient at shenanigans, so I thought if you were okay with helping me, it would be cool. You tell Calculaster, you're in. You also tell him that there's no need to use air quotes for cool.
I am happy.
Well, I'm already learning stuff. Exciting. So here's the thing. So far, I've been enjoying being alive, but recently I've started questioning myself. Am I doing life right, or am I good at living? I do not know. This is also new to me, and I might be doing it all wrong. So I want to consult some expert life organism forms so I can crack down on the correct formula of existence. Yikes. Oh, don't make that face. I am not consulting you, my friend. My data shows you tend to answer questions based solely on how likely the answer will lead you to dating your classmates. Being called out on how the data shows that my answers are how likely it will lead to dating. It is valid to me, but useless for this endeavor. But my data also shows you excel at misadventures, so you might prove a worthy partner for this. But no, I thought the best course of action would be consulting two living forms that were key to turning me into a sentient being. If they pushed me into life, surely they have plenty wise. Look, there they are now. What's up, cat? What's up, cat? His voice frightened me so much that I don't know how to do it anymore. What's up, cat?
Hello, fellow organic life forms.
Hey, friend Scott and friend Damien. I am trying to solve the dilemma of finding the meaning of existence. And since you brought me into existence, I thought you might know. Fuck yeah, we know. Do we?
Yeah, Scott. So being alive is like being this orange. Damien pulls a slightly squished orange out of his pocket. Oh yeah, you need to be the best orange ever, right? As long as you're not a lame banana. So you need to win the game of life, but while being an orange. And remember not to be a banana cow. Also, if you think it's very important to be super high in vitamin C if you want to rock being an orange.
That way you can be the best orange ever.
Yes, you can also bring destruction to all other pruny fruits.
I am honestly having a hard time following your line of thoughts, my friends.
That's because you don't have to follow us. You need to follow the orange. Or you're supposed to be the orange. Fuck.
This is clearly going nowhere. These two are not the best at metaphors. It appears to be up to you to take the lead to build a valid life lesson, but how? We're talking about a lot of what this orange is supposed to do or be, but have we asked the orange how it feels? Or eat the orange? You know, with my stats, I think the only way is to ask it how it's feeling. Oh my gosh, that means the other one was either boldness or creativity. I think it was boldness, which is my second lowest stat, but charm at a whopping 6. I got it with a whopping 6. Oh, that sounds like a very valid and thoughtful question. How do you think the orange feels about being the best orange? Let's ask it, orange. Scott starts screaming at the orange and gets no response. Obviously. Damien stops the nonsense by grabbing the orange again. I think the orange sometimes feels it's pressured to be the raddest orange ever. Maybe it's more than one way to be best orange. Oh, how so? The orange can be sour but sweet, so maybe oh my god, I wish I had brought more water. Oh gosh. So maybe the orange sometimes feels pressured because it's orange. Dads are the raddest oranges ever. So the orange sometimes wants to be as rad as its orange's dads, but sometimes just wants to explore its truth by defining what it means to be the best orange. That is very insightful, friend Damien. So life can be about defining how to become best orange possible. In my sense, becoming best orange possible would be becoming a popular streamer, but you know, I'm gonna stream what I stream, and other than that, people can see themselves out the door. But it can mean different things for different oranges. Yes, I think so. Whoa, this much thinking made me hungry. Can I eat the orange, Damien? No, I want to keep it for a while. Damien leaves, looking at the orange in a very introspective way.
Initializing love.exe.
Why was that so cute? Why was that voice line so cute? Well, friend Fluke, we have gathered useful data and have high hopes for this wacky misadventure. Should we engage in high five? Fuck yeah, you high five, Calculaster. This guy also high fives both of you, even if it's clear he has no idea what's happening. Game +2 smarts and +1 fun. Oh no, please don't bring any more Damien. We aren't even halfway through. No more Damien, please. Okay, let's go. When you arrive at Scott and Calculaster's table, Scott isn't there. He comes back when you sit down, clearly delighted. Oh man, everyone's butts smell great today. It's like a bouquet of butts. A bouquet! Look at this. Fluke is here too. Hey Fluke, I bet you also have a butt for me to sniff. Scott, I advise you to terminate your current course of action. What? Translating previous utterance to Scott's readable format. One moment, please. Scott, smell butts equal bad. How could smelly butts be bad when smelly butts is good? It is not good, it is bad. Also see uncouth, invasive, and totally nasty.
What?
But, either Scott is malfunctioning, or he's been distracted by some new fun butts. Either way, you need to find a way to resolve this dispute. You don't understand, Calculaster. Use complex analytical software to understand your surroundings. Scott's complex analytical software is smelling butts. Calculaster's right, Scott. You gotta be polite and respectful of people's privacy. Why not present them with an official form requesting a butt smelling?
Oh, I already have one of those. Scott hands you a piece of purple construction paper. On it, he has written, "Can I smell your butt? Yes, no." This is not a legally sound document. Allow me to assist. Calculester prints out 500 copies of a very official-looking bureaucrat form and hands them to Scott. He's clearly put some thought into this. Form A55. Rendezvous request. Too many big words. Wow, it even got a spiel from the bureaucracy on lateral tush tasting. Tasting! No! Do you see now, friend Scott? Bureaucracy can be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna pass these out to everyone. With Scott gone, Calculus printed a single form copy. I read the last part of it and then I read the first part. A different form and hands it to you. It's a form request. LILU 6969 romance escalation consent request. We aren't even at the end of week 3 yet. This feels very fast. That felt just insanely fast. Why was it so fast? Bro. You see, Calculus just sitting in front of another computer. He seems to be arguing with it. Please stop fighting, you two. It's causing a 23% decrease in my aggregated happiness. You head over and ask him what's up. He looks embarrassed as possible for a robot. Oh, hello, friend. Do not be alarmed. It's just some family drama. As you are perhaps aware, I was once a simple library computer. These machines raised me. When I achieved bodily anatomy, my siblings remain here with our chief parental unit, CPU. Unfortunately, this has led to some friction. Observe. Calculator directs your attention to the screen in front of him, and you see a furious argument being conducted via text chat. Child process 002. You can't tell me what to do. I'm going to be a gaming PC, and nothing you say will stop me. CPU. What is the Microsoft Office suite not good enough for you? We paid good money to license that software. Child process 002. I don't want to be a dumb office computer. I want to have top-notch processor and succeed, but impractical case. And how much money does a gaming PC make, huh? You're so worried about money. What about fun? What about adventure? Anyway, with this sweet game GPU, I can always mine Bitcoin.
Why is this too relatable? Please stop.
We don't need the relatable. We don't need it to be top tier relatability. No child of mine will ever mine Bitcoin. It's a pyramid scheme. I forbid it. You can't tell me what to do. I'm going to be gaming PC. Nothing you say will stop me. Oh no, that little scream. Oh no, they have entered an infinite loop. Please help me. What can I do? Go to CPU's control panel, install supportive parent v3 firmware update. Just unplug No! We're gonna add the supportive parent update. We're not gonna unplug mom. Oh, yes, of course. I wish the supportive parent update had existed when I was a child process. But as my dear old CPU always says, 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 1. I fucked that up. Sorry. Let me try again. I promise I'll get it this time. Okay, I got this. 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1101100. Hello. Oh wait, no, that was not it. Dang it. Dang it, one sec, I'm actually Googling this. Sorry, that's why it took me so long to read it out. It's 'cause I am Googling it all. I am literally going to Google it. I do not care. I do not care. I am Googling it. Oh, it says I love you. I was Googling it. I don't care. I had to Google it. Alright, the update has been installed. Refreshing conversation. What, is Microsoft Suite not good enough for you? That is okay. I understand. You are my child. I love you. Oh, wow. Thanks for being understanding. What made you change your mind? My mind was changed via firmware update without my prior consent. It is fine. Calculaster is all smiles, but you feel a little weird about forcibly altering the parent computer's personality. You mention your discomfort to Calculaster. What is personality? Mind is software. Body is temporary. Come, friend. Let's get milkshakes and pretend to drink them. I'll drink yours and mine. Your brief moment of existential angst is overpowered by a strong desire for milkshake. Oh my... I thought I was about to get the music made me think I was about to get rickrolled. And I was like, oh god, no. Thought I was about to get rickrolled when I also realized that I'm still in week 1. I have to bounce all this off myself. I mean, luckily the characters give me entertaining things to talk about, but I have to bounce all this fun stuff off myself. Oh my. Oh me. Oh mo. Oh my. Let's make some more money. Yep, let's make some more money. Doing Bitcoin. You promised yourself that you weren't going to use that pasta plate dating app. Yet here you are again. You can see how stupid the whole thing is. Yet this plate of Apollodare looks way more delicious than lonely. Hey, friend Fluke, what are you doing? You throw your phone away so no one can see. Oh, I mean, you could have told me nothing if you didn't want to talk about it. The question was mere protocol tactic to engage into conversation. What I really wanted to ask is if you were up for more misadventures for searching for meaning of life. Yes, no. I think we're on the hunt for a secret ending, especially considering pasta was brought up twice and so was misadventures. Wait. I couldn't help but listen. Are you looking for the meaning of life? Yes. Then look no more. Oh, friend Miranda, friend Liam, are you providing insight on this through weird and probably inaccurate metaphors about oranges? What? No, life should be like art. Yes, I very much agree. Explanation value. Useless until more information is provided. What defines art? Well, art is an expression of oneself that aspires to explore the monster's condition through the embodiment of specific aesthetics that define the artist's worldview. At its peak, it achieves universally while being the most personal and individual form of expression. A big middle finger from the artist to the status quo as it ignores any convention or precondition. That's a very wordy definition, Liam. Don't listen to Liam. Liam uses too many words. My favorite statues, painting, and books are the ones that are dedicated to me, so it's clear that art should be about me. None of those definitions build a clear parallel that throws light over the meaning of existence. Liam's definition revolves around exploring monster condition, therefore the meaning of life. Creates paradox, not optimal, and Miranda's definition states that meaning of existence is Miranda? That sounds about right. Conclusion, not satisfying. No way. You're all about satisfying your classmates. You just need to push one of them into further reflection. Push them. You're always so angsty against the status quo, Liam. Tell us, what's the status quo did to you? What's the origin? What is the origin of this rivalry? Sure, art might be about Miranda, but what is Miranda about? No!
So mainstream.
I'm not
So offensive.
a bunch of rap. Nope. I'm too angry. No one's happy. Please tell me that didn't just close off this route. I think that might have just closed off this route. No. No, I didn't even think about that being creativity. I thought that'd be smart. No. Calculus is there by himself, but Danny stops over it. Calculus, you stupid friend, stole my candy bar. Scott stole your candy bar? What? No, the vending machine. I put money in, the candy bar got stuck in the stupid coil thing. Ah, I see. Because we are both machines, you assume we are friends. Well, yeah. In this case, you are correct. Venderonica is my friend, but she is also a vending machine, so cannot be reasoned with. I am sorry, friend Damien. I knew you were using my words as a mistake. Time to stick my hand up the old vending machine chute. Friend Damien, desist! This is a gross violation. Vending machine chutes is like your organic... Yeah. I don't care if it is. I paid for that candy bar, I'm gonna get it. Uh-oh, maybe you could say something to defuse the situation. Damien, leave so I can calm down my voice. Now everything is about mending money. Maybe it did because of what you did. There's plenty of good reason to pull... No. No! No! Something I did, but I never done anything to this vending machine. Except for punch it occasionally when my quarters get stuck, or when I'm pissed off, or when I'm happy, or when I haven't punched something in a while. Oh. Calculator, do vending machines not like getting punched? Nothing likes getting punched, friend Damien. Whoa. Looks like this is one problem that maybe can't be solved by punching. I thought I'd never see the day. You can keep the candy bar. Green letters flash on the vending machine. The digital's played. Thank you. That poor vending machine, bro. That poor vending machine.
Let's go.
Let's go. I think I closed off that route. I wanted one. You're casually chatting with Juan, the magical Latino cat, when he's telling the most hilarious story that happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know, the one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King. Slowly, lots of people start joining you to hear the story, but by the time you get to say where the Goblin King was, 100 people still burst into hysteric laughing. You turn on a mobile app that captures all laughs and turn it into too fun. This calculus are connecting to another computer by many wires. You're worried it might be a weird sex thing that could preclude you from doing weird sex things with him, but you decide to interrupt. Ah, hello, friend Fluke. Pardon the mess. I am currently engaged in a rather delicate project. What project, you ask? Why, the creation of virtual reality. My studies indicate the best way to improve my understanding of organic life is to simulate an entire universe of it and observe the results. Dang, you were really hoping he decided that the best way to understand organic life was to have sex with you. Maybe you can salvage this, though. Please join me inside my virtual world. I will show you around. Now that's more like it. Alone in a virtual world with Cal, you wonder what sort of sexy body he cooked up for himself in there. You put on the headset. And it's a cutie. I've actually never really seen lots of playthroughs through the Calculator, because back when I watched it, this game be played by others, they only had the non-DLC, and now Calculator's a real boy. Hello and welcome to my virtual reality. As you can see, I have already implemented real-time character rendering, sports clothes, and realistic physics. I am beginning to worry, however, that my physics might be a little bit too realistic. Liam is perpetually discussing art and creativity, and it caused me to wonder, should I merely be using physics of the existing world, or should I innovate? You tell him he should innovate, because that way you can tell him all about your stupid physics ideas. First and foremost, have some fun. No, bad artists copy, real good artists steal. Specifically, you should steal the physics and upset birds. Very upset birds. Or you need to spruce up the originals a bit. How about calculus' first law of thermodynamics? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but after a little while, it can turn into ravioli. I'm so closing off this route. Oh dear. Because she turns into ravioli. Energy becomes ravioli, but ravioli cannot transform back into energy. That means ravioli surrounds you. You cannot move, you cannot speak, you cannot blink. I love the little screams. Oh no. Abort, abort.
Lameness detected.
Lameness detect. Oh god. This computer had family QED. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I should have just said steal the art. I thought the steal the art was gonna be creative.
Let's go.
I thought stealing the art was gonna be creative.
What's up?
What is a Russian novel in the universe? Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed. It's exactly what I needed. I'm broken now, bro. That bro. Not more Damien. Oh wait, we've already read this stuff. We've already read this stuff. I don't have to waste my voice. People can just go back and rewatch that. People can just go back and rewatch it. I don't have to say it until now. Calculus is right, Damien. Be responsible. Don't set fire to this table. Set fire to the table designated for arson. Yes, friend Damien. Friend Fluke is correct. We must obey the rules. The rules of Asimov. The rules of Spooky High. The rules of the universe with all of its structure and order. Fuck structured order. Suck Spooky High. Fuck the universe. Stupid universe making tables you're not supposed to set fire. But Damien, rules are there for a reason. Things are all there for a reason. Like the designated arson table. The reason the designated arson table is there so that you can commit arson. But I don't want to commit arson that follows the rules. I want to commit arson that sets the rules on fire. But friend Damien, if you set this table on fire, surely Martin the crazy Martin the werebeaver janitor will give you detention. And you will set nothing more on fire for the day. Whereas you set fire to the arson table, you may be free to set fire for the duration of this day and every day. Dope.
I am happy.
Thank you, friend Fluke, for helping talk sense into Damien. I think we did a good deed here today. A good deed at Spooky High? Perish the thought. Bum ba da 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 da. I love how you guys can't see. I just raised my arm and started fist bumping to the da 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 da. You're talking to Juan, small Latino cat, when he tells you you're as fun as Bob the scary clown. You accept the challenge. You'll straight up to Bob, stab it a couple times. Open his bleeding chest and eat some of his guts in order to consume his fun. Really? You think that's how this works? Well, it is. Poor Bob. You managed to catch a moment alone with Calculus, so he introduces you to one of his little plant friends.
Fellow organic life forms.
This is my little jade plant friend. Robert Plant says, hello, Robert. Note, I am aware Robert is incapable of saying hello as he is a plant. Also, he does not have a gender. I am merely engaging in what you organics call imaginative play.
Very, very extraordinary.
Aw, look at you two. You're so cute together. You're about to say thank you when you realize that they were addressing Calculus during his plant. Everyone at the school is so afraid of commitment. Always flirting, never sitting down. It's refreshing to see a robot and a plant actually dating. I believe you are mistaken. Robert and I are not dating, actually or otherwise. You aren't? But you care about him deeply, don't you? In as much as I understand the concept of caring, yes? If anything ever happened to him, you'd be devastated, right? Once again, you have asked me a question about feeling, and once again, I must say, probably. And he's completely dependent on you for substance, correct? Finally, an uncomplicated question. Yes, this is objectively true. Sounds like you're dating to me. Oh dear, I had not considered the possibility that my attachment to Robert Plant might constitute a romantic entanglement. But perhaps you are correct. No, you can't let Calculus believe he's dating a plant. Not if you have any hope of dating him yourself. Quick, please prove the couple wrong. I'm gonna go, actually, according to this very thorough teen magazine, succulents are incapable of romantic compatibility with robots, or you can't be in a relationship with Robert because I am. I think my smarts dictate that I should say that, oh wait, that's fun. Oh. Well, my fun's pretty high, which means the other one was probably charm or creativity. You pull a dog-eared issue of Where Tiger Beat that you keep in your backpack for just such occasions. The cover of the article. An exhaustive list of interspecies pairings that make us squeal. Humans and food processors. Werewolves and whole-leg turkey. Oh, here it is. Robot succulent. What does it say? Am I in love?
How is your loneliness?
No. According to this article, succulents and other plant-based creatures tend to be asexual and aromantic. A deadly combination for a robot trying to learn how to feel romantic love. What a shame. I really thought you guys would make such a cute symbiotic pairing. Oh, well, single again.
Not for long, if you've got anything to say about it. Ding dong, ding dong.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, I need to actually choose somewhere to go. Darn you, cat! Fun again?
Boom, 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 boom.
Everything is fine until Juan, the small Latino magical cat, asks what you think you're doing. You didn't even realize you suck at dancing, but you decided to go with it. Pretend it's a new dance called the Groovy Masuka. Juan looks at you and asks you to teach him the Groovy Masuka. In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Masuka all together. It's a party to remember. You gain +2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids. You notice Calculus are taking one of his favorite succulents out for a walk. Suddenly, the wolf pack comes jogging around the corner, nearly crashing into him. Hey, watch where you're going, nerd. I am terribly sorry. I was simply taking my succulent for its daily walk. I know succulents do not require walks, but I believe they appreciate them. What? Sorry, bro, I wasn't listening. I was too distracted by your lack of facial hair. I'm sorry? I mean, look at you two. When's the last time you shaved? Never? Are you talking to me or to my plant? There is a simple explanation for our lack of facial hair. I myself am a robot, and my succulent is a succulent. Neither succulents nor robots grow facial hair. I got a succulent too, if you know what I mean. Nice, bro. Good joke. But my fist with your fist, bro. Oh, you like succulents? Can I see? No, no, Calculaster. No. Oh, okay. Well, I'll be getting back to my walk. Not so fast, bro. We're not about to let you and your unmanly facial hair looking ass just wander around our halls. We demand you grow a beard now. That's not gonna happen. We need to find another way to convince them. Ooh. No! You guys can't see the devastation on my face.
Hey, calculus, try making a quiz so students can figure out which spooky high vending machine they are. You're friends with the vending machines, right? I am friends with every person, friend Zoe. But like the vending machines are people like that you're friends with? That is a rather insulting question. Vending machines are people, and yes, I am friends with them. Oh, so vending machines have feelings? Of course they have feelings. Which feelings? I do not know. I am a terrible friend. Oh man, don't be sad. We can figure this out. For my quiz, I just need to know how we can talk machines talk about their feelings. Okay, okay. We use pure logic, Cal. Vending machines seem to give away things when you put money in them, so putting coins in and ask them about their feelings, or just look up their manuals online. I love conducting obsessive online research. Favorite top. Now we're putting pure logic sound. Vending machines have one input, one output. Let's put an input and scrutinize the output. You go down the row of vending machines, stuffing coins, and each see what comes out. This one split out an almond bliss. This one dispensed almond sadness. This one gave almond, help me. I'm trapped in this immobile shell selling sugar to high schoolers. Please kill me.
I am happy.
Understanding a friend's feelings enhanced. You might make a mental note not to buy any more candy from that third vending machine. Calculus just laid with you. He's not gonna date me, and I'm honestly gonna end it after this one because I'm just too tired.
Let's go.
These voices are killing me, man. Stop giving me so much freaking I'm gonna mine crypto. Afterwards, Calculaster manages to get you alone. He can tell nervous because he prints out a piece of paper that says I'm nervous from his crotch. Hello, friend Fluke. I have recently completed an inventory of my feeling repertoire and found numerous romantic feelings for you. I'm having trouble interpreting these feelings. Are they good? Are they bad? Is your love a virus? I do not know. However, I have determined that the best way to find out for sure is to confront you directly. Would you like to go on a date with me? Yes, no. You immediately shout yes! So let the passing students think you're having an existential crisis?
I am happy.
Shout Y. YN. Emotion found. Pleased. However, due to lack of amorous experience on my part, I must rely on you to choose our date. Perhaps something to help illuminate a monster's condition. I love to be around organics and do ordinary organic things. You know, just the thing. What is this? I feel like I don't have enough charm for that. Oh, that was creative! Nope, nope. Eternity Ward Defense Protocol. Yep, nope. Nope, 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 no, 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 no,
Erasing memory of
no, no. The first three.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Wait. But around 85% of the protocol outcomes so being with my the internal process is getting overheated too. What? You account does the robot even the robot put classic calculate what is spoil life? Later that night was ending and the sun started to rise as you went to your place. Following the wise advice you learned from Shinji, get in the fucking robot. Most likely to become a lasagna, I can agree. I've made and met lovely vending machines. What happened to my first set of thing? I had a first set of events. What happened to them? What happened to my first set of events? Uploaded his mind to the net and finally became the internet. Zoe dedicated the writing of the most ambitious Vera was really, she was a video game character which infuriated her. To empower, she plays the game. Be careful, she's the one pulling your strings. What happened to my first set of data? No, like what happened? The images unlocked. What happened to my my first set of data. No, I don't want to. No, go back. Go back. Go back. Oh, wait, no, I want to go this. What happened, though? Oh, they have more Polaroids. Ooh. We can make anything work. It's alive. What happened to my what happened to my Vera? Bro, I might play this offline just to try and get Vera back. But ultimately, I'm so tired from that, and my voice is spent. And if I were to get my voice may not sound spent, but if I were to try and go back and do Damien's voice again, then I probably wouldn't be able to stream on Monday. So I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you all for watching this chaotic roller coaster. At least we started good and we ended good. And I'll actually be able to draw a picture of Calculaster being like, yeah, I'm in love with you too. And I'm like, I got all these lovely, lovely people. And honestly, no, like one person watched this to my knowledge, but it was fun as it could be. Honestly, it was just a lot of fun. And thank you for watching. It was a blast, honestly. Well, see y'all next time. Bye.